images. Well, I think he gets his audacity
What are your
because of the
thoughts,
simple
sir?
fact that
Share.
mommy and
I mean,
daddy
it was
like
on the screen.
basically. So mommy and daddy sugarcoated everything for this man, and that's where he gets his audacity from.
You know experience?
Like, I mean, I've never experienced any of that besides homelessness, but like, I never expected somebody to pay for me to like do anything. I worked and take care of myself.
But I would say that
Like,
like
I lived
I
in a
would
tent for
say like
5
he a
years.
grown ass man. No, I'm
Yeah.
saying this for a reason because he a grown ass man. At what age do we stop blaming parents for a person's behavior?
When they hit 20, when they're like able to like actually
I'm
like
asking.
fully mature.
Yeah, because
I
this
think
man
when
I
we
believe
fully
is in his
mature.
30s or something.
Well,
Yeah,
he
that's what I'm
damn
saying. So
near
to be like
40.
his mommy and daddy, he'd been out of the house.
But why
He been
can't he have
grown.
somebody
Yeah,
to
he
take
been
care of him
grown
while
long
he
enough to
down?
be.
He going through a
Hey,
little
go
hard
hold up,
time.
hold up, hold up,
All right, there you
hold
go.
up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. And what I'm saying is like y'all got to understand like if we adults we speaking for ourselves, nobody here going to sit here and blame their parents. At least I don't think so. If you do, you fucking insane. So like to look at this grown ass man and be like, well, his parents did that. No, he grown. Like that's why I say all the time. A lot of us was raised by boomers, and we don't be on the same time boomers be on. We got the internet. We got the information age. Like we can't be talking about that's what they did decades ago. That shit don't make no sense. But go ahead,
Well,
Chip. You got something to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I love the. I'm 37. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. Been married 6 years.
I
Been with
don't
my lovely
care. Hold
wife.
up, real quick.
I'm
I
just,
don't care
I'm
how
just
old
level
y'all is.
setting.
His
That's all.
title.
No, oh, I'm just level setting. I'm just
I'm
introducing
saying that
myself.
because y'all keep saying your age.
Well, that's what we've been on different calls and we just introducing ourselves. We apologize. We're just sorry about that. My point is that Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
you apologize for everybody. Go ahead.
My point is that
I know.
shoot, I think that's just the way it happens.
Okay,
And the
Monica.
real reason that men have this type of boldness is because so many people will do this. So let me give you an example. I'm a heterosexual man. I've always been a heterosexual man, but I'm also a musician. And
Damn,
in
you
that
want to tell us your
environment,
whole story?
well, no, I'm just trying to give you an example because I'm hoping that you guys want intellectual people
where is
to
your like
chime in. So
sexual preference like relevant?
I'm about to, if you let me finish, I'll give you an example.
It's
I'll let
not.
you
He
know.
just he like to talk about
What I,
himself.
what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
whenever someone that is from the LGBT community approaches a straight person, you want to be offended, but in reality, a lot of times they make that approach and people will oblige them because what?
You DL?
What are
Okay,
you
so
talking about?
let me
I don't know.
finish.
Where's the
Hold up,
relevancy,
Chip. Put
please?
your social security number in the comment.
What I'm
Hold up.
saying,
Hold up,
Yeah,
yeah.
Chip. Put your social
let me
security
get your
number in
Let
the
me,
social security
comment.
for
let
like
me, let me
for
finish what
the
I'm
person next
saying.
door to me.
Let me say it this way.
Hold on,
That
Sean.
man would not the man would not feel like somebody should spoil him if he had have never been spoiled. A lot of y'all females will do this. Y'all will spoil a man for in y'all 30s or whatever, and then y'all gonna get a little bit older
Not the
and be like,
DL nigga calling us females. Come on
Can you get to
now.
the point, brother?
All right, hold up. You ain't saying nothing. All right, you definitely fuck with men. That shit was crazy. What's up,
Yeah, like
sir?
I apologize.
Yeah,
Sir Swindle, hold
that
up.
was nothing, huh?
Working our way up. Go ahead, Sir Swindle.
Yeah,
Somebody got
look,
a
yeah,
somebody
look.
got an echo.
What I'm
You got
saying is,
echo. You got
Buddy in his
yeah, you
bad
got
bitch era. What I'm saying is, Buddy in his bad bitch era. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
ain't that how you females do sometimes? Y'all be broke as hell, living in your grandma's basement, and kids all over the place. Ain't got no dough, but you know how to get dressed to go to the club. You know what I'm saying? To pull a nigga with some dough and try to get some dough off of him is basically just the same thing. My thing is, why is it such a problem when a nigga do it when females is the one who morally are in that lane like that? No, it's cause he a
So
nigga. He
so
can't do
you
it cause
wanna
he
be
a
a
nigga.
All right,
so you wanna be a
go
bum
ahead.
woman?
All right. No, no. Go ahead, E.
Yeah, it
Say
don't make no
something.
sense.
So it's
That's like
okay for him
saying
to be a
it's
womanizer? Like that's not cool,
no,
bro.
but it doesn't make any sense. That's like saying like,
Hold
oh
up, y'all. I'm
well,
trying to
why
open
can't I?
up.
You
Yeah,
didn't. That's not you.
why can't I talk to a 13-year-old girl, buddy down the street talking to the 13-year-old girls? Why can't I? If he could be a pedophile, I could be a pedophile. Y'all niggas is weird and lame when y'all try to like not only shame women for poor behavior but then also excuse men for the same exact poor behavior. It's weird. Anyway, where do men get the audacity from? um I think that men
Because
are.
people,
Oh, hold on one second,
sorry,
baby.
Hold up.
Yeah, I think that men get the audacity simply because men are coddled. Men are because well, I think Tara, you might have to fix the background because I don't know if y'all peeped the top. The top said currently homeless, looking for a woman to spoil me. And I think that it's like insane for a person to be not only homeless, he's not even looking for someone that could help me while I'm struggling and help me while I build myself out. He's looking for someone to spoil him. I remember he on one of his
Ain't this
videos
what you do?
he was saying, oh, you gotta hold on. Okay. I didn't interrupt you. One of the videos he was saying that he's looking for someone to rub his feet and this, that, and the third. And it's like, it's weird to want to subject another human being to your homelessness, to your bumminess. Like you should be, pull what men say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Like you're trying to your priorities are just terrible. You should be trying to worry about getting a job, worrying about taking care of yourself, worry about your health, worry about where your next meal going to come from. But the only thing that he's worried about is getting into a relationship. And that's super weird. It's bummy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could be talking about homelessness and the healthcare system. He don't want to talk about none of that. But go ahead, Bianca.
Y'all would
Hi,
prefer
how are
women
you?
at a
Hold on,
prison.
Um,
wait.
Hello. How you doing?
so here's my opinion on this. I am 20 years old and I'm done with the broke nigga shit.
Why everybody saying how old they
I'm
is?
done with it. Let
Go
me tell you
ahead.
this. That's really audacious right there. Currently looking for a woman to spoil me. Get the hell up out of here. You should be looking for a job. A lot of these men out here don't want to be working and doing all this sort of stuff. And the fact that he said he wanted somebody to rub on his dirty, crusty feet, he's homeless and he probably doesn't even, take care of his feet, get pedicures, all that sort of stuff. So he wants somebody to rub on something that's looking just nasty, filthy, and there's just scales everywhere. Absolutely not. I think that's just really audacious, and I'm never gonna do that for a man. He needs to get up, go fill out a job application, do whatever he needs to do to get himself out of that rut, and then after that, go looking for a relationship because nobody is gonna want you.
Can I say something
can I
to
say
that?
one thing
Okay. Go
before?
ahead, Go
Can I
ahead,
say one thing before I
Nassar.
drop?
Hold up. Hold up. Oh, go ahead, Nassar.
Uh,
You on mute, Nassar. Go ahead, just be.
hey, how's it going? Can I just?
Always bringing your ass over here.
It's
Well,
doing good. Y'all ain't gotta be
We
long winded for
love it here.
introduction either. Just say your original
because it's
thoughts.
talking about how men should treat women, and that's important to me. I'm sorry that the topic ends up,
All right,
you
just
know.
go, just be.
You don't have to do all that.
Okay,
Just tell us your
well,
thought.
okay. First off, I think
Just tell us your thoughts. So.
a real man just wants a woman that's going to be a teammate with him, and he's got to accept that if he wants to act like a man, he's got to be like the captain of the team. He's got to be the leader. He's got to orchestrate stuff, and if he's gonna, let the woman do all that, then essentially she's the captain of the team, and ideally, I would like to think that the guy is going to be the source of revenue, and I don't see anything wrong with having a joint account and the dude's out there
Yeah, he not
making
joint account. He homeless.
70% of the money. But here's the
Yeah, that.
thing: if she's working 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week, whatever. Come home, mow the yard, help her
Well,
with.
I think you think about something totally different. This man homeless and he can't work. Like
Well, look,
his health fucked up. But go
a
ahead,
woman
Bernie. You
shouldn't
ain't
even
saying
be
nothing.
looking at him. Okay, the
Hold
ironic.
on, Just you ain't saying nothing. Go ahead, Bernie.
Just you always bring your geriatric ass over here confused, dazed and confused.
No, don't keep responding. You gonna keep talking.
Hello?
Please let everybody go real quick. Go ahead, Bernie.
Hey, how y'all doing? So I've actually done a couple of videos on this guy. I'm like, well, this at first I thought it was fake, but it's apparently real. The only thing I want to say is dating or not, and this is just me personally as a man, I wouldn't feel right asking, like doing what this guy's doing, asking a woman to take me in and take care of me, because I would feel less of a man. You know what I'm saying? I would feel less of a man if I wasn't working and making my own money. You know what I mean?
All right, anybody? I think him at the bottom wanted to say something, and then y'all go open it up. Can y'all tap the screen? Share it live out to people who might want to participate.
I
Send y'all
had one thing to say. I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
So, I spent 5 years homeless in a tent, and I didn't ask for any help. I worked a full-time job, and every time I got paid, which was once a week, I would literally rent a hotel room, do all my laundry, do all my showering, and I would do that. That was my routine for 5 years. Never once did I rely on anybody but myself. So I don't understand that, why he's expecting a person to take care of him. That's our job as men, to take care of ourselves and the people around us. So.
Yeah, I would say
I agree.
that when it comes to capitalism, some shit don't make no sense. A lot of ways that again the system is oppressive. Again, this guy could be advocating to spread awareness about the impacts of healthcare or whatever the fuck he going through and homelessness, but being individualistic and just looking to exploit a woman. It's interesting that he has men who identify with him. But y'all got it. Go
The
ahead.
funny part about that is that you won't take a bum, but you'll take Buddy Comp fresh out the joint. You feel me? You
I don't know why you're defending this
Buddy,
guy.
and you lame. Shut up.
Men need to take accountability for other men, buddy.
Shut up.
Let him say.
You miss me with your picky bitch shit, bro.
Shut up.
No, let him.
You a square. Shut up.
All right, just get it out. Just get it out.
I'll drop you in the face, bro. Shut up.
What I'm saying is, you don't want the bum because he outside and he laying on the corner, but you'll give thousands of dollars mileage and your time to Buddy inside the joint, and then he come out and do the same thing. So which one is it? You want the bum who coming out the joint, or do you want the bum sitting on the corner? I'm confused now. Now, he a bum. What I'm saying is, you guys made a whole show. You made a whole TV show about these women and relationships with men coming straight out the joint. You understand what I'm saying?
But notice he empathy.
Oh my God.
You breaking up, Tara. Say that again.
Again, you want to blame women. You want to blame women for this man being.
No, I ain't blaming no one. I'm not pointing fingers.
I don't know what to do about the breaking up.
I done came from the Himalayas. I done came from the Himalayas, man. I am not blaming nobody.
I
seen the white card. Yeah.
I ain't blaming nobody.
No, I
That's
appreciate having a
for
bum
sure.
on the panel. I think your perspective.
But what I'm saying is if Buddy is a bum and we're talking about him, then what are the women who sit there and have relationship with men in prison and get victimized and
you just say you wasn't blaming women.
Why are you defending him?
You just said
it's the same thing. I mean, it's the same thing.
Bro, I just accused you of defending him, and you just did, bro. You just proved my point.
Yo, Sir Swindle, are you homeless by any chance?
Negative.
I don't know. Seem like
What
you
I'm saying is,
resonating with the bum
And
a
I make
lot
more money
no,
than
more.
you
I'm not.
probably do, Mr. Swindle.
What
So
what I'm
I'm
saying is
wasting my
that I
fucking
done came
time in
from the
here.
Himalayas, so I understand some woman somewhere is gonna find Buddy attractive. She might be 300 pounds. She might be 300
I'll never worry
pounds.
about him.
Because like, why is it a problem when men, certain men, let's clear that up, when certain men do the same thing as women do, and then it's a big
Why can't we
problem
men normalize holding other men accountable? And you cut me off when I was saying that,
because you lame. I mean, I can hear it in your voice, you lame.
bro. I make more money than you. Shut up, boy.
Scrub bucket, shut up, you cotton ball.
Bro, I'm a tattoo artist, bro. Fuck
Shut
you.
up. You damn near on a fly. You a bug on a fly, and then shut up.
I'm also a
You
foreigner.
go wash
Does
your
that offend you as
laundry and
well,
fold that shit, you fucking scrub.
I just,
Talk
why
to
do
me
bro?
you
I
like
want to
will
that.
beat
fight
your
with,
Your
ass,
goddamn
why do y'all want to
Himalayas,
fight so
niggas.
bad? Lord, knock it
Cause
off.
you
Y'all
That's
not
why
bro's
I
a
even
say
gonna
you
do,
child.
talking all
neither
that
one of y'all
fuck
are gonna do
shit.
nothing. I just think that it's weird.
hold up.
Oh, go ahead.
You sound lame too.
Well, I apologize for being
No,
that
so
Himalaya,
way,
Swindle,
but
bro.
you definitely
but
sound
People from
Buddy
lame.
is
Himalayas
lame
don't do
though.
nothing but date ugly
No, he
chicks
sound
anyway.
lame. Talking about somebody sound like you. You need to listen to your voice.
No, man, what I'm saying is it's okay for him to be a bum, and we're gonna talk about him, but Buddy fresh out of prison, he not a bum. Buddy sitting in there, but he a bum too in prison, but he's more favored than Buddy on the street.
You
Who's
keep
supposed
repeating
to have the
yourself.
relationship?
It's
Who is
annoying.
allowed to have the relationship? Buddy, that's a bum, or Buddy
Again,
inside the
so you
joint?
blaming
Neither
women.
one should be getting a relationship. I don't
Neither
think
one.
that, like, you,
Well,
neither
okay.
one is qualified for a relationship. If you just getting out the joint, you should be like, I feel like if you just getting out the joint, leave women alone. You didn't officially
You teaching
disqualified
me.
yourself. You didn't ruined your life. Don't ruin nobody else's. And then this dude, same exact thing. He's a homeless bum who is searching for people to take advantage of. He's not asking for,
Hobosexual. He a
yeah,
hobosexual.
yeah.
I respect you for that. Please and thank you. I respect you for that. All
I'm
right.
just saying, if I
I
can
don't
get
need
someone to
your
take care
respect.
of me, I just go to jail, bro.
And them hobosexual. A lot of y'all know hobosexuals.
Get what he's saying, right? They both one and the same. But at the end of the day, we gotta stop. We really gotta be choosing when we use the word man because ain't no grown man asking for no woman to take care of him when he homeless,
Oh, you're a grown
right?
No, he's a
man.
grown
But
man. He's like
amen.
almost 40.
Yeah, but that don't make you a man. You know
No,
what
it
I'm saying?
do.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
he's
your age
A
don't make
21.
you a
squirrel?
man. Your age don't make you a man.
No, he has testicles in the penis and
Your
he has a
age don't
beard.
make you a man, though. A man takes
It
care of
actually
his business,
does.
and that's probably your problem.
It
That's
it
probably your
does.
problem.
Is
That's
he's a
probably your
man.
problem.
It I
How
think
is
that
if he can't
the
take care of
problem is
himself?
that you're trying
If
to other him away from the men. You're trying
we're
to
not
remove
othering
the
him away from the
No,
men,
hold
men
on,
take care
Nazir.
of
You're
themselves.
trying to remove him from being a man and try to put him in the boy category. No, he's not a boy because a boy is this is a grown ass man, and there's plenty of other grown ass men who
And
think
that might
like
be the
that.
problem that women don't understand when they're dealing with a boy or when they're dealing with a man. That might be the
No, the
problem.
problem is
That
that
might be the start of all of this.
men try to protect manhood over the reality that this is just part of your peer group. He's a man just like you are. It doesn't
Nah,
matter. He's a dude. Just like y'all don't get to look at other women that are promiscuous and out there selling their bodies
there's
and
a
be like,
clear
"Oh,
difference
that's a
between a
little
woman
hold on.
and a girl. There's a
Let me
clear
finish.
difference.
It is, and it's age.
No, it's not age. It's not. If you can't take
I
care of yourself,
that's
you're not a grown woman.
no, that's weird what you're saying. That
No,
is
you
weird because then you get to say that a mature girl, a mature underage girl is a woman?
that no, that is
No.
not what you're saying. That is not. See,
your problem is you're not understanding when you're dealing with a grown man. And when you're dealing
No,
with
you are all men. Stop trying to protect men. You're trying to
Jesus
protect
Christ.
maleness. You're trying to protect manhood. In reality,
man.
this like it's just an insecurity that a lot of men have. Oh, that's not a man, that's a boy. No, that's a man. He's a grown ass
I don't
man.
know if you know when you're dealing with a grown man. A grown man take care of himself. A grown man got his own money. A grown man
No,
got his
that's not
job.
true. Men, a
Oh
grown
my
man can be a
goodness.
predator. A grown man can be a bum. A grown man could be a CEO. A grown man could be a 9 to 5. A grown man could be a blue collar. Grown man could be a smug dealer. A grown man could be homeless. He's just a fucking man. It's weird that you're trying to delineate the difference between a man and a man. He's just a man.
What I see from here is two planes of understanding.
Yeah.
What they are saying, they mean
Hold up, real quick.
psychologically. What you
Hold up, Ezekiel. Go ahead, Fiery.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I think it's semantics because essentially, I didn't know who was speaking. I'm sorry. The gentleman that was speaking, he's essentially saying, yes, he is an adult, granted, but he's not like when he said he's not a man, he's like he's not in the category of a grown man in the sense of he's not taking
But do you
accountability for the
understand?
situation
Do
that
you
he's
No,
in.
understand?
hold
That's
on.
what. Yeah.
That's that they're trying to, girl, I understand what they're trying to say, but that's bullshit. I know what they're saying. Psychologically, he's mentally at a young boy's age, when in reality, he is not. That is just something that men say to protect maleness, to protect manness, to protect masculinity, and we fall for it every single time. That's a fucking okey doke that these niggas try to pull over you. They're trying to pull the wool over your eyes because then they get to say, oh no, because I'm a man and no, he's a bum ass nigga, just like the rest of these niggas be bum niggas. They're trying to okey doke you, girl. No.
Not okie doke because I don't entertain anybody like that. I was trying to explain it, but since you understood,
It's not about entertaining because everything don't come down to like a relationship.
Peace
Just
and
the
blessings,
fact
Queens. How
that
are you?
this is how men think in our society. And he want hold up. Don't queen me and you cut me off, nigga. What I'm saying is when it comes down to it, like they're trying to every time we point out problematic behavior when associated with men, they're like, oh,
right.
that's not a real man. Real men don't do that.
Oh,
But
I see what you're saying.
you that's what men do.
But that's the truth, though.
Because
Go ahead,
guess what? I'm gonna
hold
say one
up.
last thing. They don't allow the delineation when it comes to women. They may try to do it now that I've said something. Now they're gonna be like, oh well, no, you gotta know the difference between a girl and a woman. No. They never have that
Weird.
delineation for women. When Sexy Red is hopping her ass across stage, then it's all women are like that. When a woman got 10, 15 kids and 3 different baby mamas, that's how y'all women be. They don't be like, that's how them little girls be. They don't give the delineation. They don't give the grace of a delineation for Black women, for any woman. I'm not giving it to them. All of y'all.
I hear you. I get it.
Go ahead, who was
Sodium right
next?
there. That's that
Go
real high
ahead,
sodium.
create.
Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
What you go
Yes.
hold up, it's
Yeah, we
create
can hear
turn.
you.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, create. That nigga can't find the mute button. Go ahead, Sharon.
Currently homeless, looking for women to spoil me. Where do men get the audacity from? We get it from other men. Because we see certain men in certain positions do or say certain things, we inherently try to see ourselves in those men and we try to identify with that. Also, it's other things as well, like societal conditioning, right? Certain things that men have done, such as create laws, like overture laws, create religions and stuff like that with religious texts that have essentially given man the ego to be entitled to not only like women's bodies and stuff like that, but we've also done things that give us the audacity. The thing with audacity is it's normally predicated on entitlement. So yeah, whenever you see men on here doing shit like this, It's because there have been different things that we have accepted as men that make us think that we can do this and still, get whatever it is we're trying to get. Ultimately, we feel entitled to women's resources, which is why we feel so comfortable even to be in positions like this and still asking of women's labor, women's resources, women's time, all these different things, all this different stuff. Was it something else I was trying to? Was something else I was thinking? I can't even remember what else I was going to say. My bad.
And I think this is an extreme case, but this is men's mentality. It's like, oh, let me get a woman, and she's supposed to be doing all these things for me.
Hold on, Sarah. I just remembered what I was going to say. Is it all right?
Go ahead.
So this whole thing about what a man is and it's arbitrary bullshit. At the end of the day, these are grown ass men that are deciding to be like this. There's no point in trying to delineate because ultimately what you're trying to say, what you're trying to do is say not all men, in order to protect the collective malehood or the collective reputation of men in general. And it doesn't really make no sense to me too, because in any other time, right, we'll get up here and we'll talk shit about men of other races. As black men, especially, we get up here and we'll talk shit about men of other ethnicities or other races, right? Especially the white man. But the moment it comes to trying to protect the malehood or manhood as a collective, all of a sudden is, oh well, that's not no real man. Because it's based off of arbitrary shit that we try to make in order to protect our stake in manhood or maleness. I don't understand why, if we can understand what the white man has done, why we'd ever try to protect manhood and maleness, knowing what males have done to the rest of the fucking planet. And I also don't understand why we would try to protect some shit when it's clearly these are grown ass men. Like literally, there's a whole unprofessional profession called pimps, right? Whose whole entire fucking lifestyle is funded by the service of women. So what the fuck are we sitting up here talking about? That's not a grown ass man. That's a grown ass fucking man that's deciding to be like this and trying to separate ourselves is only some shit to make us feel better on an individual level.
Let me explain something real quick, cause let me explain something, y'all, cause I heard this earlier. If this was a woman, right? How long do you think it would take her to find a man to say, all right, I'll come pick you up? Be honest.
Is she? What size
Not
is
long
she?
at all.
Is she little? Is she
Yeah.
big?
No
Hold on,
time
hold
limit.
on, hold on, hold on. Thank you, Sharon. That's the thing. She would have got picked up that first day, right? One, because she in a vulnerable position. When y'all be like, well, women do it because men are the one pursuing women. So yeah, a woman would be able to do it, and a man would be glad to go pick her up in her fragile state and take him to her house. She definitely gonna pay for it down the road. But when y'all be like, well, it's a double standard y'all enforce because y'all the ones who pursue women.
Got one more thing to add, Tara.
Damn, nigga.
So earlier, right, some dudes on here saying, so why are we mad that men are trying to do the same thing? And I want to remind the men that agree with that thought process or that mind frame that men are the ones that create a society where we prop ourselves up as providers so we can maintain control not only of the family structure but also of society. So when we talk about why it's such a disgusting thing for men to try to prop ourselves up like this, it's because we're not acquiescing to the standards of manhood that other men created for men to actually fit into. Essentially, you are trying to do what women have been doing, and it's because we set up society for women to be like that. Essentially, women are supposed to be looking for men to be your providers, and that is something that men have pigeonholed ourselves into. The fact of the matter is, we've always predicated our value as men on our quote unquote ability to protect and our quote unquote ability to provide. So never we have these instances where women, quote unquote, are broke and have absolute nothing that try to, quote unquote, tether themselves to men or try to use men for our resources. That is the fault of men. We created a system to where women would look for men with resources in order to sustain their lifestyle and sustain them in society. Those are things you have other men to be mad at, not women. And culture laws.
Damn, did guys read
I
that?
agree. I agree. And in short,
Damn you,
what
Chevron. You
dude's
let me go.
doing is not grown man behavior. But that's the distinction that the conversation is making. Like they're just seeing man. Man is man. Man is not indicative of age. It's more so thought, accountability, and responsibility. So I definitely agree with you saying. You know what I mean? So it's no knocks on that. My whole thing is the older you get, the more mature you become, and your focus becomes less outwardly and more inwardly. That's what makes the distinction between a little ass boy out here running around the streets and a grown ass man handling his responsibilities.
No,
That's my point.
I still gotta disagree with you because there's a thing called nursing a purse, and what it essentially is these grown geriatric ass men are looking for women to take care of them in their old age because they done spent their whole life fucking around, and now they don't have anybody in their lives to take care of them when they get old enough and have to be strung out on medication. So no, even dudes that are like in their 60s and 70s are still trying to have their whole
Bro,
lifetime. It
bro,
doesn't
that's
really.
nursing home. That's the nursing
Okay, it
home.
doesn't really matter. We're talking about grown men that are
Yeah,
still
that's the
trying to take
nursing
advantage
home
of
though,
women.
though, bro.
It
No,
Bro, that's
you
the
doesn't
nursing
no,
matter.
home.
you don't
It's
know
not the
the.
nursing home either.
It's not the nursing home. It's a saying that when a man gets a certain age, especially in our community, unfortunately, usually between the ages of 40 and 50, he done spent his whole life drinking, smoking, partying, doing all of
Hoeing
the
around.
stuff, hoeing around, being a Rolling Stone. Now he done drunk his health away, and he's looking for a woman to be the either be a nurse, which is gonna help take care of him, or a purse. And actually, hold on, Kylie, you gotta mute up. And that does not only apply to romantic relationships, that also applies to family member relationships as well. A lot of times women will end up being a nurse or a purse to their brothers, their cousins, their uncles, their fathers.
I can't dispute that because I can't speak from a female point of view. But what I can say is the older you get, not respective to the bad habits that's causing the
Well,
failure in
you
health.
you you like you can
What I
speak from
can
a
say
male
is,
point of view when you
right, that's all I
see
can
like
say.
the uncle that's still living inside of the grandma house, right? We all know a nigga that's still living at his grandmama house. We all know a man that's still living at his mama house. This is the same exact thing.
That no, it's not. It's not. It is not. No, it is not. It is not.
How is it different? How is it
So
different?
what I'm speaking to more so is, you know what I mean, like speaking from a man point of view. All right. The older you get, the less concerned you become about what others are doing out here in the world. You know what I mean? Like I
I don't
heard
know.
the
We
young
have
lady.
we have a lot of older people on here who come arguing with other people doing in their life. I think
Right.
you
You know
just
what I mean? Like, and
associating
it's
getting older with more mature. That's not always the case.
It's a privilege
That's
of
not always the
convenience.
case.
nah, I'm gonna say it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like life gives you the opportunity to
Ashley, did
learn
you
and
ask
grow.
for the other sticker?
So
Was that you
I
who asked
just
for
feel
the other
like the
sticker?
older you get, so when your priorities change, you know what I mean? For most men, between
And she, they already
18 to
hold up, sir.
25
You just
or
repeating
18 to
yourself. They
30,
already hold
bro,
up.
we
Shut up. You already said that. They clarified that like it's
your
more to it than
priorities
that.
change
You keep saying the same thing over and over again. Ashley, is this the sticker
because
you
that's
asked for?
crucial. I keep saying the
Callie,
same
you
thing over
there?
and over because it's
I
crucial.
know, and it's annoying. That's not how conversation go. Get off your soapbox. Callie, you want to say something? I guess not. But yeah, there's a lot of older men who not fucking mature. There's a lot of older people who
Can you
immature as a
hear me?
motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about?
I definitely
Yeah, I can hear you.
agree
Go
with
ahead.
that.
I'm
I
not asking you to
definitely
repeat yourself, sir. Just shut up. Shut up.
Okay, you keep repeating yourself, and it's weird. We heard you the first
They
time. We're
don't.
not
You know
gonna
what?
agree. We didn't agree with
Whenever
you the
I
first
just
time. We don't
remember,
agree with you the second time.
you know what else
When
I just
I think he
remembered?
thinks.
Hold on, let Callie go, and then you could. Then the panel's open,
Go ahead,
y'all.
Callie.
Okay. Going back to what y'all said earlier when y'all was speaking about the like the men that's
is she in
older.
Alaska?
You sound really far
We can't hear
away.
We
you.
can't hear you.
Okay, hold on. Got us in your pocket, girl.
Somebody got us in their pocket.
No, I got you
All
actually
right,
on
you
mute.
that noise is too much for me. Just let us know when you figured it out. That's you, East.
Now it is. Now it is. But it wasn't me just a minute ago. But yeah, I really
Callie,
I
I'm
get
muting
so
you.
irritated.
Is it echoing too?
Whenever we as men try to delineate from shit like this, it makes it harder to actually hold other men accountable. It's a pointless deflection at that too. at the end of the day, regardless of how we want to perceive manhood, which is why it's always like why I say it's the convenience, it's the privilege of convenience, because we can always change the metric to make it, oh well, he ain't a real man, or this ain't a real man, or this ain't what a grown man would do. No, it doesn't matter whether or not he's a man, which is what the baseline needs to be. That's the baseline understanding of what it needs to be. Because the moment you start trying to move a goalpost or whatever, then you make it hard for accountability to actually be had, especially when it's the person that's moving the goalpost that stands to benefit from the goalpost being moved. No, these are men. They need to be held accountable as men, and don't know extra caveats need to be had, like the whole maturity thing. No, these are men.
And it's
No,
also
these are men.
Shamron, it's a good way to blame women. If you keep changing the oh god, hold on. If you keep changing the measurements of a man, then you could just keep blaming her. Every time a woman say, well, he did have a job, he was responsible, he did stay at the same company, he didn't smoke, he didn't drink. Oh well, that's still not a real man because he didn't have kids. Oh well, he did want kid, he did have kids, he just said that. You know what I mean? Like, it's, oh well, that's still not a real, you didn't have a real man because he didn't think like this, he didn't have the morals to. And then it's just a way for men to not take accountability and blame women every single time.
Yep, it's really no different from like the white T people that used to try to blame black people and how we was being improperly or being unjustly like profile, right? Oh well, he must have had his pants sagging, or how was he dressing, or how was he acting, or why was he walking at this point in time, at this point in night, knowing that, and it just pretty much just trying to use the most arbitrary of bullshit to try and cast judgment, or trying to justify what the fuck was happening, trying to introduce all these irrelevant ass caveats, when at the end of the day, these things are happening because of misogyny, these things are happening because of sexism, these things are happening because of racism. And at the end of the day, whenever we try to draw these deflections, draw these lines, all it does is make it harder to hold motherfuckers accountable for the shit they do.
Yeah, I think no, niggas do that. Men do that shit. Men be doing that immature ass shit and be doing that stupid ass shit. Like, no, ain't nobody falling for that bullshit. And it's crazy because that man came up here having empathy, talking about, well, what about the man who got out of prison? Well, that's the problem. Both is the problem. But like I was saying in the live earlier, like if you keep talking about what women do, earlier the woman was saying how like, oh, women are enabling the men. Like if you are pointing a finger at women, then you're not holding men accountable. That's what it is at the end of the day. Men are doing shit like this. Men feel like, oh, again, instead of using a platform to advocate, to find some, you on the phone, nigga, you got Wi-Fi, find some resources and share the information, given what your situation. No, this motherfucker think about himself. He and a dude came up here, like, I don't know, I saw him on live in the hospital. That shit was fucking weird. Like, he a weird ass nigga. And the fact that he out here looking for a woman to leech on to should show you that, like, that ain't a woman's fault. That nigga a bum. Just accept that he a bum, he a man. And this type of shit men be doing. The fuck? I don't like, you got motherfuckers out here recruiting other men to be homosexuals. And y'all sitting here still talking about, oh, what the woman did, what the woman did. If he a bitch, he a bitch. He a bum ass nigga, he a bum ass nigga. It ain't his parents' fault. It ain't a woman's fault. It's that nigga fucking fault. And it's crazy how it's hard for some of y'all motherfuckers just say that a man did something wrong. That shit fucking weak as hell.
Yeah, and that's why I have so much hatred and vitriol for the fact that a lot of us was indoctrinated into this whole build your man up. You got to be a ride or die, this, that, and the third. Because if a woman did have enough, let's just say she did see something in him, did have empathy for him, did see like, okay, well, he said he's trying, he said he's this, he said he's that, then this is what happens. When you try to build a man up and it blows up in your face, other men, and when you start talking about your experience, other men are going to be there to be like, oh well, that's your fault, you should have picked better, you should have. It doesn't matter it's you can't win for losing, especially as Black women, because we're taught that you got to build your man up because the YT man is going to be because the YT man is oppressing them, and Black men are the most oppressed creatures and the most endangered species, and you gotta help him get to the bag and this, that, and the third. And then when you do those things, they're going to turn around and say, well, you should have chose better. That's your fault. What made you think that? What made you want to pick a bum? And it's like, but then if a woman gets on this panel and be like, oh yeah, that's why you got to have your own car, you got to have your own job, you got to have making this amount of money, you got to be at this type of situation. They're gonna be like, oh, so you gold digging bitches only want a nigga at the finish line. You cannot win.
Can I add something on that? Most women want the finished product. They don't want to
What's
struggle.
up with everybody's background?
Huh? I'm at work with this, but most women want the finished product. They don't want to work through the process
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah,
getting that man
yeah,
or putting that man in his
yeah,
spot. What's that?
yeah. I agree. You should be a finished product.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to put in the work for the finished product.
No, you're right. Don't nobody want to put in the work. The person, hold on, your background. I don't know what kind of work you do. Yeah, it's your job to do what you need to do in the background. Yeah, if you think about relationship, you need to be a fucking finished product. There you go. Like what the shit y'all say is crazy. You want a finished product. You motherfucking right. What the fuck you talking about? We not kids. Nigga, you need to be a finished fucking product. What y'all just be saying any motherfucking thing.
And prove my point. Oh, you bitches
These
want a nigga at the
motherfuckers.
finish line. You want a finished product. Yeah. I
Okay,
don't
so when you go to the store, is you gonna buy your product halfway or is you gonna buy the complete product?
Exactly. Imagine
That
Okay,
you
part.
go to
Think
a
about it.
restaurant,
okay.
and your motherfucking chicken ain't cooked all the way. And that shit, they're like, oh,
That
you want the
part.
chicken?
Okay, I'll give you one. You go to a car dealership and you buy a car. It's a brand new car, but it has 100,000 miles on it already. Are you
It's
I
not
buying
know,
that
brand
It's
hold
still
new.
a
car?
brand new
on.
car.
Not
It's
brand
not,
new.
hold up.
It's
It's
not
not a
brand
brand
new.
new
But they still
car. What are
sold
you
their
talking
car as
about?
a brand new car.
Brand new cars don't have
It's
100,000
not
miles on
brand
it.
new.
But they
You
still
niggas
want
be
you to
Brand
buy
talking
brand
it.
about the
new.
stupidest examples to prove a stupid ass point.
That
Yeah,
part,
I
because
know what he's trying to do.
Nah,
brand
you
new
trying to
is
make
you
this
going to the
point fucking
lot
stupid.
getting a car with 0 miles on it, no miles.
But that's all they
You
have are
just said a
cars with
brand new car.
100,000 miles on it.
Man,
Okay.
it's not a
That's
brand new
100K
fucking car.
miles.
But they still want you to pay a brand new price for that car.
That was stupid.
I wish you niggas would stop the comparison. That's what I hope you understand.
Go ahead, see that nigga dumb.
Oh, what's
Huh?
going on, everybody? I appreciate you letting me
Hey.
respond and everything, but
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to get my take. I had no idea what this young man is doing, getting on the internet. I really feel like he's just chasing clout because there's nowhere in hell he could be serious. Like
No, now
me,
I think now he probably making money from it, but initially, like he still, no, he really in the hospital. That nigga really be charging his shit up in the emergency room and shit. Like,
and you see that's another
I wish
thing,
they
man.
pulled the plug already.
I feel like mental health is real, and I feel like that's what everybody viewing and kind of
But you can
laughing at it.
tell that he's going
hold
through
up, hold up,
something
hold up,
mentally.
y'all gotta
Yeah,
wait. Let people talk.
I feel like that everybody looking at it and laughing at it, but I'm looking at it from a whole another point of view. Yeah, he really crying out for help, but I feel like he crying out for help to the wrong people. And it's kind of like the internet is not the way to go. I'm telling you.
Nah,
Like
he know what he doing.
he most definitely know what he doing, man. It's I don't even know why it's even a topic for real.
Okay, go ahead, Greenheart. Y'all send y'all heart me if y'all ain't done so already. I had to meet you, Greenheart. You was coughing.
Yeah. But what I was basically saying is this man been through a whole lot, and I feel like it's something's wrong with him to the point where because he lost his mom and he's going through, I guess he has what, a blood clot and all these other things going on with him. Like he's taking, I don't know if he's doing it like a sense of humor thing where he's looking for like rage bait or clickbait or whatever he's doing,
But yeah, he needs help in a different aspect.
Nah, he has availability to get the resource he's trying to get to, but he specifically wants to be laid up with some woman, which makes it even more pathetic. I'm pretty sure wherever he's at, he has resources he can attain that's for men that are homeless. But instead, he's trying to traffic this towards women specifically because he's trying to be laid up while getting the perks of being an in-home house husband. They can't even do shit. Which is pathetic.
Also, too, people lose their mama every day. And you know what's so crazy is that what's so crazy is that
That's not a normal statement to
it is.
make.
People lose their mama every day. Every day somebody mama pass. Every
You
day.
still
That's
got
But
your
crazy.
mama?
the thing
You
that's
still
crazy
got
is
your mama?
that hold on now.
Do
Wait.
you still
The
have
thing
your mama?
oh Lord. Could
Okay,
you hold
don't
on?
talk about people that lost their mama.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Anyways, the thing that's crazy
Real
is
quick,
that
Okay,
notice ain't nobody.
so
Hold on, notice ain't nobody talking about the
yeah,
dead grannies. But go ahead, East.
you're gonna have
exactly.
to
Look at him. He about to crash out. Be quiet. You about to crash out over
kick
a
me
nigga
off.
you don't know. We don't even know if his mama passed.
Hold
Kick
up,
me off.
C. Calm down.
Look at him
Kick me off.
crashing out. Go ahead, let him crash out.
Just kick me off, man.
Oh
That's
Lord.
weird.
Now he gonna throw a temper tantrum on the panel. Kick me off. I'm not leaving for arms folded. I'm not going nowhere. Kick me off. Loser. Anyways, people mama pass
Sound like a
every
broke
day.
bitch.
But what's so crazy is
Broke
that
bitch
we
talk.
don't sit up
Broke
here and
bitch talk.
consider that he was probably living off of his mama with those health issues, and she probably had to be the one to take care of him. She probably had to be the one to take him to the doctor. She was probably the one that was feeding him. We don't even know that man, like the way these type of men are, they will drive their
Shut the
mamas
fuck
because
up.
the daddies ain't never around. The daddies
Shut the
always
fuck up.
abandon them. The way they drive their mamas to an early grave is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. He probably stressed his mama out. Took
That's
that
more
Hey,
shit.
took,
Fuck up.
took that lady off
See,
this planet too early.
hold on, real
hey,
quick.
look.
See your mama dead. Your mama dead. Go dig that bitch up and tell her she
Shut the
raised a
fuck up.
loser.
Shut the
Okay,
Go
fuck
that's
dig
up.
your.
way too insensitive.
I don't give a fuck.
Fuck
What the
up,
fuck I
bitch.
care for? Go dig your mama up and tell her she raised a bum ass nigga.
Mm.
Hey, we shouldn't talk about the
Bitch.
dead though. Respect the dead.
Yeah,
Nah,
he's
fuck Kevin Samuels. That nigga is laid
Mamas
up.
and
big head
kids are off
too.
limits to me.
I'll set you up and get you
No,
killed,
your
bitch.
mama
I'll
always
set
gonna
you up
be
and get
off
you
on
killed.
limits.
I'm gonna
Kids,
set
you
you up and
right.
get you killed. I'm gonna set you up and
That's
get you
just too
killed. Shut up.
You gonna set me up and
Yeah,
get me on
shot
the
face.
live?
Yeah, shot face, bitch. Shot
Hey,
face,
hey,
bitch.
that man that's on the picture, he in the room, or y'all just know him?
Who?
He going viral for being homeless, trying to ask women to be laid up while he ain't offering shit.
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
Mamas and kids are off limits. That's just too
yeah,
like
and
cold
look,
hearted for
Hold
me.
on. If it's off
uh,
limits for you, that's fine. Go ahead, Roland.
but that man that's on that picture, I mean, I get what y'all saying. It's a mental thing, but the only person can help him is him, and he going about it the wrong way to look for the help he needs. But
But he would still
he
get picked
would
up.
hold on.
He would still get
Let me
picked
land
up.
my plane, brother. Let me land my plane. But he would come to a platform like this if he is looking for women, cause he know it's vulnerable women that will fall for it. So all he doing is just looking for.
What you mean by vulnerable women?
I'm saying he looking
Someone
for.
with it.
If it's not you, don't.
Hold up. What is all that fucking noise? All right, sir, you gotta go. Y'all background's getting on my nerve. What do you mean by vulnerable women? He done went on TikTok.
I don't know. I just hope the man will stop being embarrassing and stupid in 2026. But it seems like we're getting off to a shitty start.
What?
No, you know that ain't gonna happen. You say he hope these men stop being embarrassing and shitty. You know that ain't gonna happen.
Y'all background is irritating me. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all, if y'all doing something, y'all gotta wait. You got iron in this nigga background. He's over there washing dishes. That nigga at the fucking warehouse. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Um,
Damn, you be running a straight program up in here.
no, I'm just irritated. I'm overstimulated by it. My true colors about to come out.
Colors. What you mean by
Not y'all mad at me because I told that man to go dig his mama up. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him.
nah? But that's stupid. Cause why? I don't be getting right why people come up here and put their insecurities on Front Street and then get mad when the shit get addressed. People need to know how to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Yeah. And his mama did raise a bitch because he talked about, so I'm gonna set you up to get you unalive. What kind of bitch shit is that?
And like, who even knew this man, let alone knew that he even lost a parent or something like that for us to tell
I
me
didn't know. And I
motherfuckers
still don't
be,
give a fuck.
and then somebody
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, but shouldn't kill a bitch. Nah, I'm talking about Kevin Samuels. His ass.
Hold up. Go ahead, Kamikaze.
What's up?
How you doing?
Nothing, chilling. Just chilling. Been off of work for about like 30
Don't
minutes.
nobody give a fuck about that, sir. What do you think about the prom?
Chilling. Currently homeless, looking for a woman to spoil me. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's winter. It's getting cold. You know,
That's why they have shelters.
Mm-hmm.
help a nigga out.
Hmm. So you got empathy for that nigga. That says a lot.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be loping
Are
off
you a
no girl.
homosexual?
Say that again.
You a homosexual?
Nah, I don't do that. I don't loaf off females. I don't do that.
Yeah. Your name on the lease?
I own my own home.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Go ahead, Micah.
I do. I
All
inherited
right,
it.
whatever. It don't matter. We on the internet. Go ahead, Micah.
Where do men get their audacity from? Man, he got guts and confidence. I mean, women like that. Can you really blame him?
Sound like you like it the way you said it.
Am I wrong?
No, that nigga still sitting in the emergency room somewhere.
Where do men
Maybe you
get
just
their
have a screw
audacity?
loose,
No, he ain't
What?
got no screw loose. Every
and
look,
he
like
needs to be
every
checked himself
every
in.
March, every March, men be up here talking about some it's tax season. He just saying the quiet part out loud. And I feel like a lot of women just need to hear it and
Two
see it.
things can be true at the same time.
What's that supposed to mean?
That you're right, but also there's still screws loose.
No, I don't think so. I
Why
think he in
screws
his
gotta
right
be loose?
mind.
Why screws gotta be
No,
loose?
to be fair, a lot of these motherfuckers screws lose. A lot of them. And some of y'all niggas
But look,
screws is fucking
This is what
loose.
I'm trying to say.
why y'all mad at him? But y'all take a nigga that's locked up in prison and
That other
spoil
guy
him.
already said that already.
Y'all see that
Yeah.
already?
Bro,
Yeah, he
what do
said
Yeah,
that
what
what's
do
the
y'all
deal
already.
with that?
Okay.
Why y'all dating people out of jail for?
I
what do
love how
y'all?
you
Why are
just
y'all so
say
obsessed with
y'all.
That you
y'all?
know what's so funny is that we had that
You know, there's a
same
reason they're in jail, right?
hold on. We had that same prompt that was yesterday, right, Tara?
Yeah.
That we had that topic yesterday. Why do women feel safer with men in prison than men on
Control.
the outside? And we came to the conclusion that the reason why women feel safer is because one, a lot of these men on the outside are dangerous and deranged, and two, you can kind of
That's false.
That's crazy. That's so
Y'all
asinine.
do it because y'all
Hold
like
on,
to
y'all need to shut
control.
up.
It's
That
control.
is the
Y'all
weirdest thing
like
I
to
ever
hang up
heard.
on a
How the
nigga
hell
and
can a
play
How
dangerous
do you
male influence you?
control a man that's
because you
Hold
control
on,
his
she was still
commissary.
talking.
You
yeah.
control his commissary. If
No,
you don't
you
send
don't. You
that,
can't control his commissary.
yes,
That
you
don't
How
do.
make
If
no
you
does
don't
a man
send
sense.
that, if
control
you
his
don't send that
That
commissary?
nigga
money,
been
he
to
don't eat.
prison.
If you don't send that money, he
He
don't
been to
eat.
prison.
Oh, you been to prison before? You know
No, I
about it?
never been. I never been to prison.
You're wrong. The niggas in jail control his commissary.
wait, I thought I don't know nothing about jail, so let me not even.
I heard people get
I
raped the
think.
first
Right, but
day.
I
Hey,
do.
look.
And most of these
Hey,
niggas
look.
don't know.
I think women do that for control, but not just control. It's a different type of
What?
control. Like I'm gonna spoil you when you come home. I want you to be all mine. A woman fucking with a nigga that's in prison is equivalent to an older man dating a younger woman.
And what are you talking about? When that nigga locked up in jail, that woman has leverage over that man.
Exactly. Yeah. So
What
I'm gonna say something.
leverage?
What let?
Like
Yeah.
I told you, you control his
Whoa.
commissary. Mm. Uh, No, the man in prison is manipulating her. He got a boyfriend in prison. He probably got other pen pals. Like, let's be for
Hmm.
real.
Hey, niggas. Hey, well, everybody don't
They
do that.
got dating
How do
sites
you
for
control
prisoners.
somebody
Y'all are,
that you have no access to?
I
wait,
just
hold
told
on.
you, you control his commissary, so you control
No,
when he eats. You control when you
When he
answer that
control, when
phone.
he pick up the
no, no,
phone.
no.
Well, he has to
Like,
call
I'm
you.
trying to figure out what
It's
he's chatting about.
no, he
No,
has
no,
to hold call up, you. hold up,
no.
no, because no, your bitch ass can go work for 50 cents a day or some shit like that. And you Whatever the think fuck that's you enough to get do. you something in But hold up, we jail? don't care. No, listen. You just talking about a bum in the fucking jail. Yeah, bum near. Like, this nigga need to go to the fucking jail. That might be the comment that got me blocked. But he need to go. They got free and board in that bitch. Like, what are you talking about? And it's the crazy part. Y'all keep wanting to blame women for the fact that bums is out there. That ain't a woman fault that he
We
a
ain't blaming
fucking I
no
bum.
women for that.
isn't No, y'all got all the empathy. Hold up. Hold up. Y'all got all the empathy for some motherfucking bums. Muddy, I can tell you been to prison. Kamasaki, I don't know. I Somebody, I don't never know. been But to prison. I'm all right, whatever. I 26. don't care. Hold up.
Man,
Don't nobody give
What
a
are you
fuck.
saying you're 26 for?
That
So
don't
Everybody
be
jail got
want
nothing.
to share
a
that
jail
age
got a
for some
number?
reason.
They got
I
an
am just
age?
saying I never been to prison and I have a good
Like
career.
what?
I don't know. It's giving
Hey,
inmate. It's
hey,
giving
Slim,
inmate
how
one three
No,
four
Muddy
five six
Waters
seven
the
two three
president.
four.
you feel
Y'all
y'all
want a
doing
nigga
this?
to be in prison so bad.
what are you talking about? Y'all niggas the one that came up here and started talking about men in prison. Y'all the one brought the shit up.
Immediately, we didn't even bring up the prisoners.
I didn't
Y'all
bring up
did.
that. I didn't bring up that
It was
shit.
another man that did it. God
I
damn it,
did
that's
it.
the
I
point.
did it. I did it.
You a
Exactly. So what you
prisoner.
talking
That's
about the women?
why.
So why are y'all talking about women being infested with fucking prisons when it was a man that brought this shit up? You
Nah,
niggas
cause
are embarrassing.
I said, why y'all don't look out for old boy like y'all look out for a nigga in jail?
Neither one of them should be looked out for,
Hey,
in
I
my
got a question
opinion.
for y'all. Would y'all consider women bums since they like to leech off for taxpayers and the government?
Oh my god.
And let's not do first of all, everybody who gets out of jail is not necessarily homeless.
Answer my
Some of them
question.
have money and homes to go to after. So what are we even talking about?
Would you consider a woman that
And
leeches off
especially
of that?
because people don't
Would
go
you
to
consider
jail for the
yourself
same
stupid or a fool?
reasons.
Would you
So
consider a woman that leeches off of taxpayers and the government a bum?
No,
No,
Why
because that's what
not?
it's
that's
there for.
our tax money.
that's what the
Your
tax
Cut it
tax
money's
out.
money?
for. That's what we
That's
pay
literally what
taxes.
it's there for.
That's what we
Your
pay
tax
taxes
money?
for.
Your tax money? Most of these
Yeah.
people Hold up, don't real even quick. most of these women don't even have jobs. Hold up.
You know how much money they
No,
take out of
hold
my
up, hold
taxes
up,
every check?
hold up,
Girl.
Most of hold these up, women don't
I'm
even
gonna get
have
it back
jobs.
any means
hold
necessary.
up,
Like,
hold up.
man, shut up.
No, it's not. Hold up. The talking point is weird because it makes it seem like, oh, there are only social programs in place for women, not men. That's stupid. You talking about women who are raising children. Resources that y'all referring to, y'all think is the gotcha? It's for fucking children because niggas be fucking deadbeats. That look bad on y'all niggas. And the All way are y'all trying to fucking like,
I'm a
oh, that's
deadbeat.
why hold
Yeah.
up, hold up. Hold up, prisoner, bitch. Hold up. Listen what I'm saying. Like, the reason why women are even getting those benefits, because women and men get those benefits. But the You group keep that y'all calling me a focusing prisoner when on, I never.
Cause you
hold up,
act like
no,
one.
shut the
Because
fuck
you're a prison
up.
advocate.
Hold up,
Listen,
y'all. Hold up. He interrupt me now. Y'all interrupting me. Listen
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. The women who are they're targeting who get these benefits from the government, literally those resources are for children because the fathers are not providing enough resources. Which I'm saying is weird because that's a gotcha for y'all niggas, not for a woman who getting support to raise kids. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be saying stupid shit. I don't even have kids.
we know because you a bottom
Why
broke
would you?
punk. That's why. You a
Oh,
little
really?
honey bun. You a honey bun pass around. I know a honey bun pass around when I hear one.
Why I am
You just gonna
pregnant?
take my
Okay,
terminology
punk.
easy?
Why I
Whatever
am
you say,
pregnant a
punk.
slut? Why I am
Anyways,
pregnant a slut?
anyways, punk. I think that is crazy. I don't think that. Hold on, punk. Relax.
You gonna start
You
using my
hot in the twat.
stop using?
Punk. Hold on, let me finish. Punk.
Don't you
You
got
up
the?
here fighting me for the
Don't
mute. You should have
you
been
just
fighting that nigga up off your ass, punk.
don't
You fighting for the mute harder than
you?
you was fighting for your ass,
You got
punk.
You got
Punk. You
You got
fighting over the mute. You should have been fighting for your throat. You should have been fighting for your manhood like you was fighting for that motherfucking mute button, punk.
you got HIV.
You, look, he's
Thank
so
you, man.
mad.
HIV.
And you
Black
still a
Mamba, I had to
punk.
follow you because I
You
like
still
your
a you
speed.
still a punk. You over there sucking dick for Newports and honey buns, punk.
You got
You mad. You mad
have
because
a
motherfucking Jamal told your ass to motherfucking
you
bend it
have
over in the shower and you did.
you have
Punk.
you
You
have a
done punk. You gonna keep fighting over the mute button. You should have been fighting for your motherfucking manhood, punk. Punk bitch.
The picture you have is very telling with that white lady and that little boy. It's weird.
Punk bitch. Anyways, before this motherfucking punk come off of mute and interrupt me, the
you
prisoners
have
and the
HIV.
motherfucking the prisoners
You got
and the
HIV.
motherfucking bums, the homeless
You
bums,
got
they don't deserve
HIV.
nothing. Look, he's so
You
He
got
trying
mad.
to get that shit out hard.
He
He's
trying to
really
get it
trying to get it
out.
out.
You motherfucking bottom bunk punk ass bitch. You prison pussy. You was giving up that
you
good
have
Gucci cat. That's why you over here projecting. That's why y'all niggas go in clean and come out dirty. Y'all go in there with y'all come out with the HIV, STD, chlamydia, gonorrhea, every
you got
motherfucking
Throw the
thing.
towel in, bro.
They be
you
motherfucking
got
Eiffel towering your Twinkie ass, don't they? They was getting you from the front and the back, wasn't they? Huh?
H
Punk. Huh,
you
punk.
got
That's what you should have told
You feel
Tyrone. You
like
should have said, no, Tyrone, you got HIV. Tyrone. Tyrone had your ass bended over like twisted up like a motherfucking pretzel. Had your own dick in your mouth. Punk. Bitch. Anyways, I'm done.
Shoot him
Drika.
up. Damn. Silence. Shoot him up.
HIV. I
Hey,
don't know here getting my
hey,
Uber
He
Eats,
tried
y'all.
nigga. I'm
to.
broke, bitch. I bet you can't up 100K.
Look how fast he talking now. You help that nigga speed up. Go ahead, Drika.
I'm like, sir, you already said it. You said it. Like, just stay on mute. But hey, everybody.
No, I was getting my Uber.
Hey, Drake.
Hey, this nigga weird. Not him on his way to a date that you was talking about. He
I'm not
on his
on no
way
way
to a
to no
date.
date. I was getting my Uber Eats.
Nah, you was getting some Uber dick. That's
No,
what
I
you was
ordered. I
getting.
ordered. I ordered. I ordered.
Not a big
I
gap.
ordered over $300 worth of groceries. Can you do
You was
that?
getting some Uber cock.
Can
That's
you order
what you
over
was
300?
getting, nigga. Wrap it up.
You live.
Why do you have to name or
Hold up,
say that
y'all.
you
Issa
ordered
still talking.
$600
Hold on,
worth of
y'all.
groceries?
Drika was still talking.
I.
Oh my god, he keeps saying it.
He gotta stop. It's gonna be hard to.
Trying to
She
tell
got
us something.
HIV. What you want me to?
You said it, sir. You don't have to keep saying it. It's not gonna get any funnier. Just calm down. Unbag your $300 worth of groceries from Uber Eats. But the men got this audacity because when I came right before I came into the room, I heard a man compare, like, I think he said something like, if y'all will take care of the men in prison, why not him? And didn't we have this conversation yesterday? That's the
Yeah,
audacity
it's a
these
dude
men
underneath you.
have. You said what?
It's a dude underneath you.
Wow. Oh, well, he gone now. You
Oh, he
scared.
left.
But the reason why they have that type of audacity is because they have convinced themselves that they the prize. Like well, I don't even know if they convinced themselves. I think that a lot of men have an inflated ego and they believe that they have the resources, and they can determine whatever the resources are, like whatever the valuable resources are. And what I mean by that is, if you talk to a man who has money, his audacity may be different from this hobosexual, right? This hobosexual audacity is based on him believing that he is the resource, right? Same thing with the men that's in prison. They think that the resource they have is conversation and the ability to romance women through the phone. So they believe that they are the holders of resources that women need and they have to have. So that's where they get their audacity from.
Go ahead, Vinny. I agree.
I'm
Vinny, go
not.
ahead.
What is it? Currently homeless, looking for a woman to spoil me. When a man is homeless, a woman gonna love him, regardless. He got nothing, so she want to be everything for him. Women don't like guys with shit. If a guy has something, she wanna know how he got it, what he's doing to keep it up, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if the guy is homeless and he got nothing going for himself, she see him as a prize because he's
What
the
is
Nobody
this
best
saying
man
the
you
guy's
thing.
a
chatting
He's
problem.
the
about?
best thing out right now. The guy with the money ain't looking at her, but the guy without nothing, my
No,
God,
the
don't
men
go
who
after
lack
her.
resources are more
Don't go
likely to
after her.
manipulate it. I don't know what the fuck you
Especially if
talking
she's
about.
insecure and she don't love herself and she don't have she don't really she don't. You know what I'm saying? If she insecure and don't love herself, it's easier. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy. There's really nothing to it. There's really nothing to it. It's real easy. That's why he has
Tell
the
us how it's
audacity.
easy.
He has the audacity because you don't love
No, tell
yourself,
it
and he's
when you
gonna.
say it's easy.
Yeah,
What
it's
you
real.
mean it's easy?
It's easy. It's like if a man has nothing, it's real easier to get a woman.
How does
And
a
she
man
has
with
her own.
nothing
If
get
a
a
woman has
woman?
her own crib and she's doing everything for herself, and she know a man that she feel as though
You
she's
think a
equal
nigga
in.
you think a
Hold on,
woman that's
let him
successful?
finish.
What? And he knows, and she knows he's not equal. Like he's equal to her.
No
She's not
woman
gonna
wants to
fuck with
fuck
him.
with a
Please let
bum.
me
What the
talk,
fuck are
bro.
you
Shut
talking
up.
Easy.
about?
Shut up, bro. Let me talk. I don't need you talking for me. But let me do my thing. So but one thing for sure, he has to have nothing for her to see something. That's it. Next.
You didn't answer my question.
What's up? What's the
Somebody
question? What's the
said,
question? What's the question? My fault. If I ain't,
You
I'll
said it's
answer it.
You said it's easy. How is it easy for a man who a bum to get something out of a woman?
Because it's true. It's
Then
true.
explain
It's
how it's
true.
easy. Like what do he have to do if it's so easy? What is
He
he
don't
doing?
have to do nothing. He don't have to do nothing. All he has to have is nothing.
So how does he get access to the woman?
Because he has nothing. So she could see him as something, and that's something that she could want.
You talking about potential?
Any woman want to build the guy up. Any woman want. That's why
"What? Okay, you taking it too far now."
a woman will go for a jailbird. You know that? You know that's crazy? You know what's
Okay,
crazy? A
so
woman
which
will
one
go for
is
a
it? Because I
jailbird.
feel like y'all sit there and say, "Oh, all women want a
Not
man
all
with
women for
six
sure.
figures and
Not all
six
women for
foot,"
sure.
and
Not
then
all
now
women.
y'all are
Some of
saying
y'all
that we want
smart.
a
Some of
bum
y'all real smart.
Exactly.
to build up.
Some of
Which
y'all
one
are
Exactly.
is
real
it? It's a
smart.
lose-lose situation. Y'all are insane.
Nah,
Men
nah,
are
nah,
just
nah, nah, nah.
insane.
Hold on. Let him finish. So
Nah,
what you
not all of
mean?
y'all. I ain't say all of y'all. Some of y'all are real, you know what I'm saying? But majority of y'all, the ones
So
that's smart, you know them.
let's say a dude a bum. What type of woman is he looking for?
If I was a bum,
How do you know it?
she, how does she
Mm-hmm.
know it? How does she know it?
No. How he know it?
What you mean? She's a
No, how
woman.
he know it?
Any man could get if a man
No.
take
You
into
said
care
hold
a
up,
man
hold
a
up.
bum could get
Tell us
pussy.
how he knows it.
Pussy. My fault.
No. Tell us how he know the difference.
Huh?
Our
It's
man
not
know
about
that he
knowing the
found a woman
difference.
he can
A
respect.
man don't care about what you got. He know you gonna give it to him. He gonna watch you.
You
He
don't
gonna
want to answer
study
the
you.
question.
He's gonna watch and study.
What you mean he gonna? What you mean
But
he gonna watch you?
if you give him interest, if you see this guy, you know he really got nothing going for himself. He tell you his shit. He tell you that. You gonna listen to it, and you gonna like it. You gonna like it. But all I'm saying, a woman like a man that has nothing. That's all I'm saying. He can't have. If he have, she don't know what to really do. Because
Okay,
at the end of the day, she
wait,
see
Vinny, hold on,
equal. She
Vinny,
see
cause
equal.
wait,
She see
Vinny,
equal. Yeah, what's
Vinny,
up? What's up? What's
wait,
up? Listen,
cause
listen,
cause
listen.
now you going too long.
How?
So where do men get their audacity from? Because of women? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You know, it could be look. It could be a man. You guys would say you guys don't like short men. You guys would say you guys don't like short men,
He is
right? You would say
summer.
you don't like short men, right? You say you don't like short men. Let him have 100K. Let him have 100K. He could be what is it? He could be a midge. You know what I'm talking about?
But
Short
you
man. I don't know the
contradicting
word.
yourself
They're
I
now.
can't
biting the
say the
butt, not
word,
the
but
height.
he could be a little
Hold on,
man.
you contradicting yourself
I
now,
can't
though. You
contra. Look,
saying
I'm telling
no.
y'all.
You said that a woman want a man who don't have. Now you saying well, a men who have. It's
No,
different.
Hmm?
Can't win for
it could be
losing.
a man. Then anything a woman don't really know what they want.
No,
Then
you don't
women
know.
don't know what they want.
Yeah.
Then
Can I say
Honestly, I
something
think
right
you
quick?
having an episode.
episode, nah. I could be all over the place, but come down
Hold
to
up,
it, I
Benny,
could
because
be all over.
you are hopping up. Hold on,
All
you
right,
hopping
here's the
around a little
thing.
bit. Go ahead. Hold up, Happy. Let Kenny G go. Then you
All
go
right, go
after
ahead.
him.
It's me.
No, it's, go ahead, Kenny G. You there?
Yeah,
You
so a
women don't
man,
get lost out there.
can
Love
y'all hear
Hold
me?
yourself.
up,
That's for
Benny.
sure.
Yeah,
Can
we can
y'all
hear you.
hear
Go
me?
ahead. Yeah.
So a man can't ask for help? Like that's what y'all saying? Like a
Why?
nigga
Why do you
can't get
think he?
assistance?
Why do you think he not asking other men for help, and he specifically asking women for help?
I feel like what Cuz
And
was
back
just saying
shots.
that I feel like what the dude that just was talking was saying that women is scared of like I ain't gonna say scared, but a high value man they can't help that man. So a man that need helps, they can help him. They actually have value
Hmm.
to a big value, big value to a man that they can't help. If that makes sense. Women like to feel important. So a man that needs them, like that makes them feel good about themselves. So a man that doesn't have nothing, they will want that man. Like I understand what that dude was just saying. Basically,
So
that's
It
all.
don't make no sense because
First,
1 minute we want
You
six
want it
foot,
to make sense to
six
you because
That's
figures.
just
Hold
how
on,
it's a
wait one
logic,
you
second.
but
don't want it
You
to make
gotta
sense to
relax.
you.
You gotta relax,
I will. I'm
Vinny.
talking
when
nice
y'all
with
I'll
say
you.
y'all
talk
want six
after.
Relax.
I'm
foot,
talking nice with
You
you.
really hype.
Can
Relax,
I
No,
say
Vinny.
you.
Come
something?
on.
when a girl say she wants 6 foot, that's kind of
Green,
like
hold on.
Hold
Greenheart wanted to
up.
say something. I just
No,
wanted to
no,
say,
no. Rika
he,
was about to ask a question.
he was. Oh, Drika, hey baby. Thought my
hey,
baby was up here.
girl, I done said something to everything.
I know. I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna make a quick statement, and then I think we need to let Poppy go so we can open up the panel. But
Okay.
to the point that was made earlier, it is a circular conversation because now these men are in this conversation describing women as the men, saying that women just need to feel needed. Ain't that what the niggas be doing? So it is a circular conversation. You can't win for losing. They talking on both sides of their asses. But go ahead, Poppy, and respond, and then we can open
Okay,
it
I
up.
do want to say two things. Number one, I heard a statement before, and I honestly, me personally, I agreed with that. And the statement said that women need to be wanted, men need to be loved. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that women don't want love. However, what I am saying is that that is why a lot of women don't mind being side chicks because women
exactly.
get their um gratification from feeling wanted. So I do understand that, Vinny, and what you were saying. Not that they need to be needed, but feeling wanted and appreciated is a very big thing for women. However, I also do want to answer, where do men get their audacity from? To be honest, I'm so sorry for any mothers in the chat, any mothers that's also on the live. I definitely feel like men get their audacity from mothers. Men get their audacity from being raised, because even with my own mom, I'm Spanish and she is very Spanish. My mother taught me how to cook. My mother taught me
So
how to
hold
keep a
on.
house.
I
My
want to
mother
ask a
taught me.
question. Hold up. Who said that? Bye, Vinny. I was asking a question earlier. At what age do we, is an adult man not able to blame his parents no more?
You see, that question to me is a little bit tricky, because they're raised drastically different from women. So it's not that they get to a certain age where they can't. If something is ingrained into you over and over and over and over, that's what you know. I don't think it's necessarily a certain age that men get that they can't blame their parents. But what I do believe is that, like I was saying,
But you didn't blame the
there's a lot of
parents. You
things.
didn't blame the absent father. You blamed the mother specifically.
I do specifically, because there's a lot of things that mothers do with their sons that, like, for example, every man knows it's a man's world. That's what they're taught from a young age. They're always taught they can do whatever they want to do. A lot of young girls are not taught they can do whatever they want to do. So they don't aspire to do whatever they want to do, because they're not taught the same thing that boys are. A lot of boys are taught, and young girls are taught as well, boys will be boys. That is always a saying. No, he does not get to hit me just because he's a boy. That is not okay. He doesn't get to abuse me because he has a dick crush on me. That's not okay. But that's what young girls are taught. They're taught boys will be boys. Oh, that means he likes you. That means this. That means that. No. Fair is fair is fair is fair. Because if somebody was hitting him or pinching him, then you wouldn't sit there and say, oh, it's because she likes you. No, you would be like, oh, get your sister to beat her up.
Yeah, but that doesn't work for, I would agree with you, but it just doesn't work for the women. Because women are socialized into like the Disney World fantasy, and after a certain age, we start, well, some of us, most of us, start to see that the Prince Charming is fake, that they don't show us what happens after the happily ever after marriage. And we start to realize that we were socialized and conditioned to be catering, socialized and conditioned to be self-sacrificing. But now you see women who are not having children, the birth rate is going down, they're getting their careers. A lot of women were socialized to say, okay, well, when you grow up, you're going to get married and have a baby. That's it. There wasn't, you going to get married and become a doctor. You're going to get married and become a physician. You're going to get married and become an engineer. So if those women can remove like 20 to 25 years of constant, from the moment that we're born, given a baby doll, given cooking sets, given Barbie dolls, given, you know what I'm saying, rewatching the same fairy tale princess movies where Prince comes saves us, and then turn around and say, actually, I'm good. I don't want to participate in that. Actually, I don't want a husband at all. Actually, I want to go to school and get my degree. Actually, I want to go travel. That is not that socialization that women are going through is the same socialization that boys go through.
However, what you're failing to realize, and not in an offensive way, is just this. For women, we have the downside. We have to give everything up. We have to make sure that men are okay. We have to cook for them. We have to clean for them. We have to make sure that they're happy. They're content when they get home from work. They have a good meal. House is clean. We're ready for sex. All of that. Men don't have to do that. So why would they change their thinking from an already good life? They got the life made from when they were kids.
Women are
We
told
did not.
that
See, why
Hold
do you?
up,
women are
hold
told
up,
that
hold
having a
up,
baby and
hold
having
up,
a,
hold up.
go ahead.
No. That's a really good point. So yeah, why would they change it if that's the world we
Exactly.
set up? So why are you blaming the mothers then?
I'm blaming the mothers because a lot of mothers raise their boys like that. They don't instill in their boys the same thing that they do in their girls. Boys are not taught to cook as much as girls are, because girls are
And
taught
where
to
are the
cater to
fathers
men.
in all this?
The fathers are teaching the boys how to be men. That's
So
the
if
difference.
They're
So
teaching them
yes,
how to be men. How are they? How is this all on the woman?
because they were also raised by mothers.
Lee mentioned the mothers. You said it's the mother's fault.
Yes, and
And I
like
have
I
another
said, to
question for
me
you after that too.
personally, I'm not sure about every other culture, but to me personally, in Spanish culture, it is
Wait,
very
stop right there. Stop.
curated.
That's my question. Sorry, that's my question. Are you from Spain?
No,
You from España?
no,
Then why the hell are you saying you're Spanish? You claim the colonizer. Where are you from?
I'm
Where's your people
Hispanic.
from?
I'm
Hold on,
Hispanic.
No. Where's your
no.
I'm
what the
Latina.
fuck?
I'm Latina.
No, we
Whatever.
all.
But
Anyway,
She said
no, I
no.
am
Let's
very
not go
glad
into
that you
it.
asked that because a lot of people actually don't mention it. So automatically, when I say like, "Oh, I'm Latina," they're like, "Oh, so you're Spanish." I'm like, "Okay, okay,
Well, I mean,
whatever."
is it? I really don't see a difference between the coddling that Black mothers do and Latino mothers do.
Neither do I. That's why I mentioned it. However, if everybody was not raised that way, then okay. But from what I've seen from Latina moms to Black moms, they're very much they coddle the boys and the girls are raised to be independent.
doing it right now, Poppy. You're only mentioning
But
that it's the
honestly,
mother's fault. Do you wait?
but
Hold on. Do you
honestly,
hear
if
your?
you
Hold on.
said
Hold on.
that the
Hold
man is
on. Hold
raising,
on. Hold on. Wait, Poppy. Do you hear yourself? You're
I
saying
do.
women. Hold on. You're saying women have to do all of these things and men don't have to. And why would they change it? You're saying the fathers are teaching them how to be men, and then when you're saying the issues about the men, that's the mama's fault only. You're only talking about mama. Why are you doing that?
Yes, because listen to what most fathers complain about. The way you're raising him to be a sissy. You're raising him to be a punk. That's
wouldn't the father step in and raise him how to be a man? So the mother just overrules the father. Then he's a punk too. What are you talking about?
it depends on the culture. Like I said, with Hispanic culture, the mother deals with the children. The father is there for discipline. But for the most
You're
part,
brought.
the
But
father is.
clearly he's
What
not
culture?
disciplining
What
properly.
culture? Wait, hold on.
I'm
What
Puerto
culture
Rican.
where the mother don't deal with the children?
Exactly. That's everywhere around the world. So
There's
why
no
are you
Right.
only
such thing.
focusing
It's
on the
not a
mother?
cultural thing.
Right. But
Mothers
that's
will
what I'm
always
saying. You
hold on.
guys.
Wait a minute. Mothers will also always, every single time, provide almost 90% of the child rearing.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. However, again, the same mothers that are raising their sons are raising their daughters. The same mothers who raise their daughters to be, go ahead and go find you a husband, have a baby, and everything is going to be okay. You said that, why would they give it up? A lot of women think that having a husband and raising children and staying home is a soft life. That is something that it is ingrained in us to have a soft life. That is the epitome of womanhood. This is why men get up here and say, that's why you're not married. That's why you ain't got no kids. That's why you don't got a man. Thus, the epitome for a woman to then deprogram herself and say, I don't want that. The thing that makes a woman most valuable in the world. Why can't a boy do the same exact thing?
Because the boys have the life made for them. They know that they're
No,
going to
you're
get a
not
wife.
understanding what I'm trying to say. The life that women are told that they're going to have being a mother and a wife, we don't know about that's the thing, that we don't know about the labor yet. We don't know about waking up at 3:00 in the morning and 5:00 in the morning and 6:00 in the morning and not sleeping. We don't know about the cooking and the cleaning. We don't know about having to suck your husband's dick when you come home after a long wait from picking up the kids from soccer. We don't know about any of that. We don't know. We only know the fairy tale. Find you a prince, get married, happily ever after. But before women even consider have experienced it, they're saying, no, I don't want that. That's not for me. I'm going to go this unknown route. So we're told that this is the ultimate fairy tale. This is the easy life. You're going to go get married and you're going to be treated like a princess and everything's going to be all right. What I'm trying to convey to you is that you're blaming the mother for the boys not deprogramming that thinking, but those same mothers are raising girls that have deprogrammed that thinking.
Okay, I understand that.
Hold
However,
up, before you go, hold up, because Nikita got skipped. Let Nikita go.
okay.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
Hey.
I do want. I'm gonna address the prompt real quick because I do want to address what Vinny was saying. I know he sounded kind of crazy. He was making points. He just didn't know how to articulate himself. So I'll address the prompt for where do men get their audacity from? from the fact that they know that women are willing to change their standards. So, for example, if a woman says, "Oh, I'm not going to do all this cooking and cleaning for a man," but then you further go and say, "Oh, maybe if for the right man, I might cook a night or two," and this, they already know that you are willing to switch your standards. So that's where they get the audacity from, because they know they can wear us down. So to address what Vinny said, it was hitting home because I actually know someone like that. The other place men get their audacity from, so this is another thing that men like to say. I used to think one way about it, but when I see how certain women operate, they might be right. So the new thing for men is to tell women that their education doesn't matter. And we know that, yes, education can change the trajectory of anybody's life. But you see, if they've programmed you enough to convince you that no matter what you achieve in your life, you are not validated unless you have a man, all of that education goes out the window. Because if you can achieve all of these wonderful things, and I know someone right now, amazing, beautiful woman, achieved everything she set out to achieve. But because she is so male-centered and so desperate to be married, she's sitting around waiting for a ring from a guy who is much less than her, and he is a bum. He's only just now coming into some money, and this is almost how many years deep into the relationship. And there was no amount of me trying to show this woman, listen, you are great. If you want to be married that bad, there are better men out there if you want to be. And it's like, it's not hitting home. I don't know what I'm wondering, what is it about this one guy? He doesn't have anything. He's not advancing your life. He's not making anything about your life better. But one thing I've learned is that when you become a people pleaser, I used to be a people pleaser. Someone said this last week and it hit hard. It hit hard for me. People pleasers are manipulators. So you see, if somebody is desperate enough, right, to want to be with somebody, and you're just showing them, like, listen, if you want someone, you deserve better. I feel as though some people will have this idea, if I can control him, I can change him. I'm going to make him into who I want to be. And that's very much the energy I'm getting off of this woman. Like, because it was so confusing to me. I'm like, I don't understand how you couldn't want somebody on your level. But when someone said people pleasers are manipulators, it just clicked for me. If you think that you are special enough that a man is going to change himself for you, and I'm going to take him up with all his problems and mother him and do all of these things until I finally get what I want out of him, this person has been breadcrumbing her, getting her hopes up to the point where she's like, he's going to propose to me on New Year's. I just know it's going to happen. I didn't want to burst her, but I fell all the fucking way back. And it didn't happen like I suspected. But if I say it out loud, I'm the bitter single bitch who's a hater and the blase. So I fall all the fucking way back. Because on the one hand, I'm giving you advice, you're not taking it, and then you turn around and tell me, oh, every time I talk to you, I fight with my man, and then, oh, don't drag me into this. I ain't fucking y'all. Don't drag me into this. But then you're like, I think he's gonna propose to me, so say something to him. Say something to him. And it's like, why would I consider myself your friend and beg a man that I don't like and I don't think is good enough for you to marry you? Some people are so desperate for a title or a position on a social hierarchy that anybody will do. They just want to be able to say, I'm Mrs. So-and-so. And they feel like if I have more than this man, baby, I can control him and change him and make him act how I want him to act. And I think that's really super fucked up, because on the one hand, I was feeling really sorry for her. But on the other hand, at a certain point, you can't sorry for somebody. They're putting themselves in a situation knowingly. You can't show somebody, you cannot show somebody how great they are if they don't
Hold
see
up,
that
hold up,
greatness in
hold up,
themselves. Right.
Nikita. Just because I agree with you saying. I was saying that damn, I had a point. Oh, so the thing that's important to note, that like the only like the main reason we're having these conversations is to help more women snap out of it, right? And it's just interesting because like it does suck when you have somebody that's close to you, you notice that like they can't see outside of that person, and that's why I say like being around men is very dangerous for women when we think about how we're conditioned, because it's like a lot of women think, oh, especially if the mindset you have outside a relationship is going to be different from the one you have in a relationship, because his whole goal is to victimize himself enough to get you to think that, yeah, you're supposed to help him work through these things, and that's what they're programmed to do. That's what they end up doing. That's why for women in close proximity with men, then you start like having feelings for him and caring about his situation, and that's where the emotional labor comes from, even though it's not reciprocated. And that's why we understand that like this is a bigger picture than just maybe some people in your circle. You have to understand like this is just when what's her name, Poppy, was saying about the mothers. It's the same thing as the woman who came up here earlier and was like, well, the women are enabling the men. And I was trying to explain to her, you enabling the men right now. If we cannot get this deprogramming shit in our mind where we like, oh, it's the mothers that do it, it's the women that do it. We live in a society where every problem we have was created by men, but we blame women for every fucking problem that we have. And that's the problem. And it keeps repeating generation after generation after generation. That's why we got to be mindful when we use words like pick me and male censor. We can deconstruct. We can like try to like break out of that thinking. But all of us are pick me's. All of us are male centered. That's how subconscious thought. For me, that's why for myself, I'm like, it's dangerous for me to be around a man, because I understand that programming, and I can't just be like, I'm bigger than the program and I can't revert from that, because it happens all the time. Anybody who haven't seen that Plato's The Allegory of the Cave, y'all need to go watch it, because if the schema is not painting somebody's head, they cannot literally conceptualize what you're saying. And the men, they passing down these basically different rules and ways to manipulate women. They do it. They do it. That's what they get from the older men. And a lot of, if you've been told from a young age that the expectations that you're supposed to get married and have a family and all that, you don't. That's why the fairy tale always ends right after they get married, and then they live happy ever after, because there's no standard for that. You're not supposed to know what it looked like. But it's manipulation. That's why you hear people say, well, not the people in my life, not the men in my life. Yes, the men in your life. The men who are around you. Absolutely them. The fact that you can't see it, that should be the first thing you try to recognize. Recognize how the men around you that you advocate for, you think should be vindicated. Why can't you see how they're problematic? Because this is a way that we are socialized from a young age. And at the end of the day, it's not his mama's fault. You can't have men who check out, don't want to participate in rearing children, put all the responsibility on a woman that say, well, she fucked up. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It is crazy. And I just wanted to add real quick before I land. It's like you said, it's so easy because we've all been programmed. You have to be so vigilant. So I can understand like how difficult, think about how difficult it was for you to pick up a new habit or to stop an old one that wasn't working in your favor. These things are not easy. And like you said, you have to be careful and guide yourself, because it's easy to slip back into those mentalities. And the main thing I do want to say is when you have men around you, even when they're problematic, now I can, because of the work that I've done, I know it's easier for me than some of my other friends to step
No,
outside, like see the bird,
no, it's
right?
not.
No,
Stop.
no, 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 no.
No, no, no,
No,
Nikita.
you're
No,
miss.
listen to what I'm saying. No, it's not. No, it's not. We gotta stop doing that. You can look at somebody else's situation like, well, I'll never be in that. And then somebody look at
No,
yours
no,
and
no,
say
no,
the same
no.
thing.
It's easy to say that. No. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. It's very easy to say that because I've been in that position where I said, "Well, that won't be me," and I ended up in this situation. What I'm saying is, it is a learning process, and it's hard to deprogram things that have been so ingrained in us, right? Even before we came here. So what I'm saying
All right,
is
Nikita,
when you
to be
start to
fair, you
learn.
do have to land. Nikita,
Yeah,
you
no,
gotta
no, that's what I'm
land
trying to
though.
do. So that's what I'm trying to do. So what I'm saying is when you start learning things and you start clocking certain things, whether it's within your own life or those around you, you see how easy it is to side with men or be male centered. And like you said, you have to remove yourself from certain situations because that's the only way you're going to build up the strength or the armor to fight with these things. And that's just where I wanted to land it. That is like, we should have some grace for each other. But at the same time, it's like, if someone doesn't love themselves, you can't love them for them. They got to love themselves first.
It's hard to love yourself when the world tells you that you're not worthy without a man. You know
Facts.
what I mean? It's hard to love yourself if men tell you that you're nothing, that you're worthless, that you're gonna unalive with cats, that you're that you're miserable, that you're bitter. Like, you could literally be sitting on a beach in Bermuda with your titties out eating grapes. And if you ain't got a man, these men gonna get up here and say you're still worthless. You know what I mean? So that's why, I mean, like, in real life, I can't always like blah all of the feminist thought and theory and knowledge that I've have in my head, and it's hard for me to watch my best friend and all of my other friends in real life just go through the same shit over and over. And the only thing I know that if I just go full TikTok on them, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this bitch crazy," and I have to breadcrumb it. But I also know that, like, they're from different cultures. A lot of my close friends are from Haiti. A lot of them are Puerto Rican. A lot of them are Caribbean. So I know that they come from a completely different culture where the man is genuinely the center of their world. And I just try to have empathy for them. You know what I'm saying? I just try to have empathy, and I try to, like, so you just got off at 5 o'clock and he just got off at 5 o'clock and you cooking, girl? Where he at? He not, oh, he laying down? You know what I mean? I can only, like, try to give him a little bit of here and a little bit of there and a little bit of that. But we won't be able to save all the women. We definitely won't be able to save the ones that's in front of us. We can save the ones that's beside us, but the only thing that we can do is just keep trying to save the ones that's coming up behind us. You know?
Right. And just to go off of that, I don't want people to think that I'm sitting here like, oh, women are the problem, women are the problem, women are the problem. No, that is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the way that men are being raised is the problem, because the way they are raised is problematic. And then the
No,
world,
you
as
part of the
what's her name, Nikki? As
no,
Nikki just said, is reinforcing
no,
that.
no, no. Part of the hold up. Part of the problem, and again, y'all gotta understand, everybody here is existing in the information age, right? If you was born 20 years earlier, you may not even be processing things the way you are now. And a lot of, for women, I think it's very important that you get to the point where you accept that your mother has been programmed just like you've been programmed, and have empathy for your own mother. Now, I'm not saying you can't have boundaries or you should be allowing her to do whatever, but if you can't see the fact that your mother is not supposed to be on this pedestal that people put them on, and that she's just a regular person, and there's a lot of ways that her development has been stunted by this fucking system, and how her whole situation was unfair, she still stuck it out to take care of you, and you can't empathize and humanize your own mother, you ain't gonna get very far. That's the reality of it. You're not gonna get very far, because when I hear you saying, Poppy, you have not gotten over your own mother. So now you like these mothers. You're doing the same projection we hear men say. You have to have empathy for your mother. You have to understand your mother is a person.
No, ma'am,
That
I
she was
absolutely
also,
do.
hold up. That she was also brainwashed. That she also thought she was doing the right thing. That your mother was not the first person to coddle a boy. That she was taught that. And understand that it's not her, it's the way that we are basically indoctrinated in this society. In the same program that she have, there's a programming for you. And if you can't see it for her, then how the hell you gonna see it for yourself? Because Y'all, you sit here talking about, well, my mother, my mother, my mother. You ain't mentioned the daddies one time, and that shit is fucking crazy.
Okay, well, ma'am, I would just like to say I respect my mother very much. My mother did everything that she could. I was not raised with a father. This is why. None of me nor my siblings were raised with a father. However, I can do you one better.
You can love your mother and still have resentment
Mom, you sleep?
towards her.
Can I ask you a question right quick? There's a prompt, Mom, that says, where do men get their audacity from? Because a man said, currently homeless, looking for a woman to spoil me. And then the next prompt says, where do men get their audacity from? One of the girls said that I am holding on to the trauma, I guess, that my mother has put me through. And I tried to explain to them that is not what I'm doing. Because I said, men get their audacity from the way that they are raised. Men and women are not raised the same way. Women are raised to take care of, women are raised to coddle, and men are raised as boys will. The same thing, like I said, if a boy hits you or if a boy is teasing you, most women will tell you, most mothers will tell you, don't worry about it, baby, that means he likes you. That is not fair. They are not agreeing with that. And I'm not saying you have to agree either. However, I believe that they are trying to say that I have an issue with my mother, and I try to explain to them, I respect my mother very much.
Where are you showing, Mom?
On TikTok, it's alive.
Okay, and what now? What?
So where do you think men get their audacity from?
The audacity?
Mm-hmm. Because I said it's the way that they're raised. They're raised that this world is theirs, and women are not raised that same way.
Well, it all depends.
If you
The
ask
more
her a
the men
question,
are.
let her answer.
I was gonna say something inappropriate.
Go
I'm so
ahead.
sorry. I was just gonna say that the more they're packing, the more audacity they have. The
Yes.
more
Yes, I agree.
yeah, the more confidence. The
Yes.
more confidence and audacity.
Titi, hush.
Well, no, yeah, because you have got those little Napoleon ones that don't. I see what I know where you're coming from with that one, but yeah.
But now, let me ask you a question. Can you understand where I'm
No,
coming
no,
from?
hold up, no. Hold up. Hold up. If you hold up, can you ask her if she thinks it's the mother's
I was
fault for
just getting ready to
coddling the
ask her
boy?
that, ma'am.
Okay.
Can you understand where I'm coming from or not when I
Now
say that the
say it
way
again.
that mothers raise sons and daughters is drastically different?
Well,
No, no, don't explain. Don't explain what you
right.
said.
Well,
Just
the way
ask her.
it's not the mother's fault.
Mm-hmm.
There are differences in some parents, and some mothers, and the way they raise boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
In some of them, there is a difference, but it's not the mother's fault that they have audacity, or they
Okay.
have the, what do you call that when some have that
Entitlement.
yeah, when they have that, sometimes that's just a part of their personality. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't have, because you can have a woman, you can have a mother, and she can have 3 sons, and there can be, if she's raising them all the same, she's raising them all the same because they're 3 boys, they're in the same household around the same circumstances. However, one of them may be extremely
Right.
entitled,
Three
extremely
different
arrogant,
personalities.
extremely confident with feeling he has the right to whatever he has the right to, and the other 2 might be humble.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily a mother's fault,
Correct. Okay.
even though
I do believe it's the moms.
not necessarily.
Me personally, in the terms
Sometimes
of
it's
raising a
society's
boy
fault.
and raising a girl, but that's what I'm saying, because the way they first start being.
Wait, let your mama say what she just said, because she just ate it up for real. She said sometimes it's what?
Sometimes it's society. You know what I mean?
Boom.
Like
Bam.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes society allows them to have this, especially, well, I don't know the background of you women, but I'm a Black woman. And I know that a lot of times we have been put out there as being aggressive. Being angry.
Correct.
And yeah, and we're not. No, now we may be angry at certain situations, but we're not angry at the world. You know what I'm saying? We're not. We have a sense of assertiveness because we have had to be assertive, and in that being assertive, the men now they keep hearing that, and they have this, what do you call this man that like this guy was listening to, and he's just against women.
Yeah.
Red
Yeah,
pill.
and yeah, he has all these false notions, what you bring into the table, and all
Yeah.
this kind of dumbness.
Sanders, what's his name?
And
Kevin
yeah,
Sanders.
he had all of this terrible advice for these
Mm-hmm.
young and these older men, and I think a lot of their audacity grew from that, because they're not
Accurate.
understanding, they're not realizing the need to appreciate us as women,
That's what I
as
said.
helpmates. They just feel like they're listening to all these other things. Oh yeah, well, you're lucky to have me anyway, or you're so angry, you're
Mm-hmm.
angry, that's why we don't want black women, that's why we want to, and so that it
Nikki was just saying
comes
that.
from a lot. It comes
Mm-hmm.
from a lot of different things. I think what we need to start doing as women, though, is start bringing them down to reality
Big
and
facts.
making them understand. Listen, honey,
Helpmates.
you're yeah, because yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
Like I
I would
think we
say,
need to.
thank you for responding. I'm not in agreement with the helpmate part, but Poppy, you need to
Uh-huh.
listen to your mother for
No, and
real, based on
Your
what your
mother
I
is
mother
do
just
smart.
said
listen.
and what your
I
mother just
do
broke
listen
down
to my
is not the
mother.
same.
Right, but listen to what you have to understand,
But
because
that's not
I'm
what
not
you came in
talking
here and
about,
said.
because listen to what I'm
You
saying. I'm not
know,
talking
that's
about from
not.
when they're grown
Hold up,
men.
listen.
I'm
I'm
talking about from when
hold
they
on.
are
I'm just
children.
responding. Hold up. Hold up. I'm just responding. I'm just responding. Because when your mother talk about it's a society thing, it's something called the ecological model where you can look it up, where it's like, especially for boys, when it comes to who they become as people, it has a lot to do with their peers. It has a lot to do with their peers. And you think, well, his mama told him that his mama did that. No, it's no. That's what they learn from other men and their peers. They learn it from the media. It's not
It's a
yeah, like if you want to have a
conglomerate of
conversation
things.
about mothers coddling sons, that's one thing. But to just be like it's the mama's fault is crazy.
Because I
Yeah.
wasn't allowed to finish. It's not only the mom's, but it is the mom's fault. They start them off. They don't teach them the same values that they teach girls a lot of the times. Girls are taught to take care of. Boys are taught that you will be taken care of.
And
And
I
then
asked again,
and
where are
then
the fathers in all
society
of
furthers
this?
that.
What
The
did she say about
fathers,
the
she said,
fathers?
where's the fathers?
Exactly.
And I do understand that. However, like I explained to you, I was not raised with a father. And I
Exactly.
know a
So it's your
lot.
father's fault.
Cause your mother was a father. No.
It's your father's fault
It's a lot of the father's fault
for
because
What?
being
they
absent.
abandon their
What do you
children.
mean?
Well, we
How
didn't
can
have
it
And
be?
to
that's the
How could
thing
it?
about
include
society.
them.
That's
Because
messed
he's
up.
not there. That's why
Yeah.
it's his fault too. What are you
But
Yeah.
what are you talking
No,
I
about?
I'm not. I'm not saying that it's
I
not his fault too. But the question is, where do men get their audacity from? They get it from the way that they are raised. They are raised that a woman should
but
take
see,
care
you're
of them.
still saying the same
And
thing.
how they are not
Yeah,
raised with the
But
father being absent. What are we talking
don't you
too.
about?
think that that's the father still, even though the father's not there, he would, in a sense, it's still given audacity that a man could go create a child and then leave it with the mother to be
That's
raised
an
and
even
face
more bigger
no
impact.
consequences whatsoever. His presence not being there is still a lesson to
That's a
him
huge
that even
Okay,
my
impact.
and I
father,
do
even
understand that. But how many times have you seen one of those judge shows where the mother is supporting the father and saying that's not his baby?
what?
All right,
Okay,
but
you going
Have
too
Come on.
too
Can I
have
chime
y'all
in
intertwined
not
here
seen
there.
for a
that?
moment? Can
Yeah,
I
you're
chime in here
going
for a
too
minute?
intertwined
Okay,
with this.
now I see
Oh,
why we're on this merry-go-round, and it sounds like she's harboring some ill,
How do you have
maybe.
all this resentment
Wait,
for
can I
women but not
finish?
your father? It's
Can I
I
crazy.
finish?
don't
Hold
have
on.
any
We gonna
resentment for
move
Oh my
on
God,
women.
am I
because
going?
That's
hold
an
on,
Am I
Mom.
going too
assumption.
slow or
Let
something?
Khaleesi
Hold on.
go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to sum this up. Y'all, I see why the ladies here are saying that you are kind of like tugging towards blaming the mother for the behavior of the son. When I see and everyone else sees that it's a conglomerate of things. It's not just the mother, it's the father, but the only talking point
that you're using and want to discuss is the errors of the mother, or the lack of skill and the lack of development or ability, or an inadequate skill sets a mother might have when it comes to raising a son, which is, okay, submissible, but admissible, but at the same time, you got me tripping over my words here. At the same time, you're only focusing on the woman, as if you really want to make it all of the women's faults. Now, you're talking to a mother of 4 sons. None of my sons are the same, but they have not strayed too far away from who they were when they were 5 years old, as far as characteristics and traits. They have grown into being who they are. Will they ever reach that full potential of that, like, self-actualization that I may see in this lifetime? I might not. I don't know. To see them fully bloom into who they're supposed to be, I don't know if I'll see that. But we're talking about men and their audacity as if they weren't born with those characteristics and traits. Women have audacity as well. Um, we have entitlement issues as well. It's not just the man thing, even though he is, part of the topic, right? But when women pretty much have set the tone for men to pretty much, and it is bewildering. And I tell you this, and I'm gonna land my plane. The only reason why I came in here is because last night I was on another live and I heard a brother say, women will not deal with men that have less than them. But this right here, and a couple of other brothers who came onto the internet, have proven those men wrong, and yet they still put this mess out here. Women have taken care of that guy that was in prison, the light-skinned, fair-skinned guy, with the shortcut, with one green eye, one brown eye. Y'all remember him? Then it was the guy with the locks who went homeless, very handsome. He said, I'm homeless. Can somebody help me? And women were flocking towards him and was like, you can stay with me. And now this guy here. This is not the first time a man has come to the internet and asked for assistance, and women have ran to, assist. Okay? So they know from other men being brave enough, or other men being handsome enough, to pretty much pull in that and have that clout. So the audacity is first to see it and know that it's possible, because women will give them what it is they're asking for. And number 2, we allow it. That's why they have the audacity. And I agree with your mother that if anything, we have to bring them back down to earth. But again, it starts with us. It starts with us. If we keep saying, all right, well, we don't like the way men are behaving, but at the same
Now
time,
hold up,
as soon as
please.
one of them come to the
Nikita wants to
internet
say
and they look
something.
good and pleasing to the eye, we say, here, you can move in to my home. And they don't even have to be on the internet. We do this quite often, regularly, off the internet.
Go ahead, Nikita.
Women do play a part in this, but I
Hold
don't
up. Go
think
ahead,
it's
Nikita.
necessarily the mother. I think the
Hold up.
zodiac signs
You.
play a lot into this. I think a person's
No.
past
Hold up. No.
plays a
Ain't
lot
no
into this.
zodiac. Hold
Yes,
up.
yes,
No.
Hold
that
Ain't
on,
no
part.
zodiac.
Khaleesi.
Go ahead,
You gotta.
Nikita.
Society, all of that. It's a whole entire.
Hold up. Hold up, Khaleesi. Hold up. Go ahead, Nikita.
Yeah, I just wanted to say this because I didn't get a chance to say it last time. So I'm just using this as an anecdotal example. So the same friend that I was in reference to, right? She had her dad in her life, but he was a sick man. So her whole life, like, her mom was really successful, but always had a sick husband to take care of and things like that. And what she had said to me, one of the things she likes about this guy, who has nothing compared to her, is that he had qualities that reminds her of her dad. I didn't ask her to specify. But one thing I do know is her older sister is married, real quick. Her older sister is married, got 3 kids. Long story short, the husband basically got their lights and water turned off, almost got them evicted from their house. She almost lost her house. And just recently, one of the kids caught him like jerking himself off to some corner, whatever. So he's been a problematic husband for a long time. What I had said to her in the beginning was, you know, if this is how he's behaving and he's neglecting the kids, giving them rotten food or not feeding them at all, like they need him out of the house. So she's saying, I'm staying for the kids, but because she's like, they don't want to see him homeless, they don't want to see their dad on the street. I said, this man, she was literally days, less than a week away from losing her. As I said, he had no problem seeing his entire family go homeless. I don't understand why you'd want him in the house. She says to me, you didn't grow up with your dad, so you wouldn't understand. So apparently me not having a problematic man in my house means I don't understand what it means to keep a problematic man in the house. So I'm going to land on this. The one thing I am grateful for is that I know who my dad is. He acknowledges who I am. That's not my issue. I'm glad my mom and him never got married. I'm glad they never stayed together. I'm glad she found out the kind of man he was before deciding to proceed with marriage. My dad being absent was the best thing for me because I got to see my mom do everything, work, and not need validation. So on that hand, she inadvertently taught me to not need to be validated by having a man. So, but on the other hand, I can see how sometimes when people do have a dad in their life, even if the man is problematic, neglectful, abusive, almost about to make everybody homeless, there's a lot of women that think that it is better to have a man who is abusive to you and your children. It is better to keep him around than to say, you know what, I'm not putting up with this. I'm not putting myself or my kids in danger. Now, when I say this, I am not, because I do not believe in victim blame. I'm not blaming the women, but what I am saying is we live in an age of information. We have to arm ourselves with information. We have to understand that no matter what our status is in life, we cannot accept abuse from anybody. It is not acceptable, whether it's your mother that does it, your father, if your kids are problematic. You cannot accept abusive behavior just to say, at least we have a nuclear family unit. And that's the only main thing that's one of the main things I see that's problematic when it comes to being male centered. And you grew up with a dad, you think that having half a man or a helpless man, and even a man that didn't believe you when you said something happened to you, it's okay to still use that as the measuring stick of a quote unquote good man. And I think we as women need to stop accepting the
All
fact
right.
that at least I
Yeah, I'm
have this
not.
status.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't know why y'all keep going to the good man. That's
No,
going
no,
to be
I'm just,
another
no, that's,
conversation. But no,
yeah, it was a
no,
quote.
ain't
It's
no
just a
good
quote
men
unquote.
out here.
Like, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Ain't no good
exactly.
men
So,
out here though. But go ahead,
yeah, but
Drika. Hold on, I'm gonna let Drika go. Y'all be a little long winded. Don't nobody interrupt Drika. She got the floor.
Right? Like that's
No,
crazy.
no. So they
What
stop
you do about
No, no. She got it. Go ahead, Drika.
oh my god, it was so many points, but Jesus. One of the things I want to point out when we're talking about the role that women may play in perpetuating some of the things, I think Tara made the point that women are also being socialized and conditioned too. But I think it's weird because the way we're describing women in comparison to men, even at its worst, it's not the same. The stuff that men are doing is harmful. Like what we're describing is women being obsessed or women wanting to feel something from a man based on them being socialized to believe that they're supposed to be with the man through science and through the social conditioning. Hey, women and men are supposed to have children together. Hey, women and men are the compatible partner. If you want love, love is through the opposite sex. So women are indoctrinated to believe that, and they're going along with it. They are trying to raise their daughters up to be that, and it's been flawed, and it's a lot of negative things to it. But just on the face of it, within a relationship dynamic, it's not even Steven. What the men are doing and what the women are doing are not the same. So I think that I Is somebody? I thought somebody was talking. I think that women, when we're talking about the role that women play, we need to be careful about putting that blame on them when all they're doing is falling for being socialized into thinking that love is in the opposite mix, and that they have to, their value is in there. And it was something else that I wanted to say, but y'all be so long-winded with personals, I forgot. So I'll think about it later.
Thank you, Drika.
I'm gonna just say this. This is, in my opinion, we see men get up on these panels every day. I'm familiar with a couple of faces up here. We see men get up on these panels every single day, and they will pop, lock, and drop it and scrub the ground for the validation of other men. We see men that get up on the internet and say that they will not date a certain type of woman despite how much he is in love with her, how much he feels for her, if she doesn't meet a certain beauty standard that his homeboys think that she should meet. We see men will do anything and everything for male validation. So when we talk about, well, it's the way the mothers are raised, it's the way the mothers are raised. Once that boy is out of the home and he is in the cult of men, because men are a cult, there is no amount of nurturing that you can do that will prevent him from choosing, because it is his choice to perpetuate that same cult like behavior. Men get up here every day and will defend a man. They have no idea what this man is talking about. They will just see us countering his points, disagreeing with him, and they will get up on this panel and say, why are you talking to him like that? Why is this man being attacked by these women? I have to get up here and defend this man. Like, men get into this cult like behavior. There are men that say things like, well, the men are still defending Diddy. Men are still defending R. Kelly. Men are still they defend rapists. They defend PDF files. There are so many men that get up here and say the most egregious thing, and just because he is a man, another man will get up here and will like, well, maybe he didn't mean it that way. Maybe he meant it like this. Maybe he meant it like that. We've put so much responsibility on the men to on the women, on the mothers, to raise up good men, but we forget that when they leave that household, they are in the lion's den. They go out there into that cult, and it is up to them whether they want to participate in that cult. And look at C Gunna, talk about what did Diddy do. These niggas are sick in the head. We have to stop blaming the women. The men are the one that created patriarchy. Women are the one we are raised up in patriarchal society. We have to stop blaming the mothers, because every single time, no matter what, the accountability is still taken off of the man, who is a bum and a homeless person begging for love on the internet, and be put on his mama, put on the
Man, ain't
women that
nobody trying
chooses
to hear
to.
all that. Diddy fighting for his life.
Shut the fuck up, loser.
Real quick, y'all, I'm gonna say this to everybody. Y'all niggas long-winded as hell. Instead of y'all trying to get out all y'all points, just say y'all one of the things. You can say the next thing when you come back around. But I'm gonna be honest. Y'all niggas being long-winded as a motherfucker right now. Like, I went and washed my face early and came back, and the same person was talking. Y'all gotta move around a little bit. Go ahead,
Yeah, no.
Greenheart, or you
I
want
was
to?
only talking for a
Wait, tell
minute
her
and
where East and
32.
them.
I was only talking for a minute and 32 seconds.
That's crazy.
Where East and them at, Tara?
I'm right here.
He's right there.
Oh, East, what's the word?
What's the word, Mockingbird?
Yes, villains. Villains unite. Villains unite. Tara, you know I'm here to spread that bullshit. So help me God. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I
I
am.
don't
Yes, I
know.
am.
But hold up, me, myself, and I was here. Let her go, and then you come and be the villain. You did me, myself, and I. See, Gunna a bitch. She been here all
She
day playing in the queue.
she probably fell asleep trying to wait. But I was thinking about something. The other thing I had one. She done fell asleep waiting on her turn. Lord help her. Cause it's
Oh shit.
but the thing that I thought was interesting about how people blame women and they say like that women will accept these men any kind of way, and they put it like women are the reason why men are how they are, and women cause men to be these creatures who are full of audacity, who are toxic and all this horrible shit, and they accept them however they come. But for whatever reason, for some reason, y'all don't think that women would accept men if they decided today to make the shift. Like if a man decided right now, oh, I'm going to shift my behavior because this toxic masculinity or this hegemonic masculinity that I've subscribed to is harmful for me on a social level. Forget just within a romantic relationship dynamic. It's bad for me on a social level. So I'm going to start reading more. I'm going to invest in something else. I'm going to do something positive. Don't y'all think that women would still go after those same men? And I think it's weird that the women are responsible for all the issues of men, but at the same time desperate for whatever the men have to offer, as if the women who are so desperate wouldn't just take whatever the men gave them. So men literally, to your point earlier, Tara, literally the men could decide right now that I have the information, now that I see what it is, I'm gonna make the shift for myself, and they don't. And I just think that's because it has nothing to do with the women. To what East was saying, it has everything to do with their homosocial connections, homosexual connections, and all of the above.
That's what I had said earlier when she first ran the prompt. I was like, even if there was no women in that
What
DM,
up,
even
E? It's my bad, East, but did Greenhaw ever say something?
Every time I do, it's like somebody speaks and then I lose my train of
No,
thought.
go ahead
But
now.
simply to piggyback off of everything, I feel like with this type of man on the screen, he has nothing to lose, so he's just shooting any shot that he could get. And then to piggyback off of the whole mother trope versus fathers not being in the home, if that's the case, little girls are raised a certain type of way, but we literally change our way of thinking when it does not align with us. So why is it the mother's fault when little girls are raised a certain type of way, and when we see that we have the level of discernment to see that it's not working for us, we literally change the dynamics. So why can't men do that once they're a certain age and get out of that coddling stage that they say that women give their sons?
I agree. That's what I was saying. If women today are different from the boomers that raised us, because we got new information, these niggas is using excuses and blame, blame, blame. That's some weak ass shit. Go ahead, Mama. What you want to say?
My bad. 1 second. Disclaimer. I'm being the villain today, right? Don't take it to offense. It's not really. I'm just playing the villain, right? But I want to say this, Tara. Women set the standard, and if the standard is very low, they can't blame men for the standard being low when men don't set the standard. Because most women ain't approaching niggas. So this man on the screen, he got the audacity from himself. Because guess who set the standard for him to do that? Women. So if he a bum ass nigga looking, let's blame the women for having the standard so low and accepting the bare minimum.
But why
Niggas,
y'all scared to hold men accountable, which is crazy? This nigga a bum. You
I
know he a
told you I'm a
bum.
villain,
And
Tara.
you
I'm a villain. You know
no,
that.
all right, I can be a villain too. If he a bum, then why don't y'all be like, no, you a bum ass nigga? Like, why don't y'all hold bum ass niggas accountable? Why y'all caping for bum ass niggas?
Tara, you want me to be the good guy or the villain today? Come on, I
No,
can't
no,
play both at the
no,
same
We
time.
want you
no,
to be
no.
honest.
Why is this woman so upset? Poppy? Who is she?
We're not upset, sweetheart. We just want you to be honest.
All right. Let me stop trolling. Let me not be the villain today, but realistically, yeah, that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Where do men get the audacity from? Like, niggas just be feeling entitled. Like, yo, fuck it. I'm desperate. You know, he might come across a 600-pound woman. Not saying 600-pound women don't deserve love, but dirt gonna attract dirt. You know what I'm saying? So the way I see it like this is the same way they say it's a nigga out here willing to trick on a woman for no reason. It's a woman out here willing to accept a bum ass nigga. Know what I mean? Like, it's sad though. You know,
But that's my thing. This man on the screen by himself. He a bum by himself. A grown ass man. We see him. Everybody can see him. It's a bum. Like he the bum. Like
agree.
what this nigga on the screen gotta do anything with a woman? That's crazy.
That's why I work. I don't know if he homeless. You know, he got the call hat on. You know what I'm saying? He got the Hanes t-shirt.
But that's what I also was. But listen, what I'm saying. He homeless, so it can't be that easy out there. That nigga homeless begging on the internet. Let's be honest.
Yo, Tyra, I'm gonna be honest with you. I done seen some diabolical. I seen homeless niggas pull women, like women pick them up from dirt. You feel me? I don't advise women to do that, but you know, some women just be feeling bad, like, oh nah, let me help this guy out, and then somehow, some way, I'm not really sure if it gets to like intimacy, if it gets to that level, but I know they be picking them up, and then usually, you know, if he might love bomb her, talk a bunch of shit, get cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? She might fall for the hezzy.
Pick a bum off the street.
Me, no. I'm telling you, yo, when you go on YouTube right now, YouTube, right? Woman takes homeless man off the street, and you're gonna see thousands of videos of women doing it. Literally, building them up, all of that.
So real quick, I want you to explain because we know men seek out homeless women, right? But we know it's different. What's happening there?
All right, so the difference with this nigga is, I guess he felt like I'm a handsome enough homeless nigga. Somebody gonna help me out because I'm
No, this
handsome.
nigga not. He ugly. That's not what I asked you. So there are men during the pandemic. You had men at the shelters looking for women. So like, what's the difference? Because there's a difference. Why are men picking up homeless women?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Tyra. It's a power trip. I think
To exploit them.
it's a form of power. Yes, extortion, exploitation, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed this trend, right? A lot of men are like they're intimidated by successful women. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't even say successful, but a woman who's just not accepting the bare minimum, they call them masculine, shit like that. Oh, you just a gold digger. If you know, you see it all the time, right? And I think when men engage with women who have a lack of resources, it's like it plays into their psyche and them wanting control of the relationship, right? And somebody said it. It's a power. It's like a power play. Like, listen, you're gonna go by my rules because I'm what they say, the sole provider, or I'm the one funding your lifestyle. So it's more or less like it's like an ego trip. I wouldn't even say an ego trip, but it's an ego thing. You know, a lot of dudes be.
And that's my point though, because your background kind of loud. I don't know what y'all doing back there, but here's the thing, right? Because if we're gonna talk about homelessness, all right, women getting with homeless men, there's men getting with homeless women. So now let's just talk about the dynamic though, because it's like, oh, the standard is because the women out there. There's also women who don't want a motherfucking homeless nigga. There's women who saying they want niggas with money. We know that. So it's just weird to be like, well, the standard. No, it's not the standard. It's a dynamic. He's looking to be sheltered in a way that a woman in that same situation will be taken advantage of. So let's be honest about it. See, gonna a bitch, Monica.
You gonna a bitch wanna
Y'all
come
can
up?
ignore
Oh
bitches.
shit, that's crazy work.
I
Now
gotta go,
he
guys. I
not
gotta
coming
go to
up.
work in the morning.
Poppy.
Bye.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Anybody else say something? Because I'm about to.
My question is that even, I mean, it's not really a question, it's a statement. Even if no woman replied to his videos or were in the DMs or anything like that, he was still gonna be a bum. Like, we sit up here and say, well, you know,
The women
some women
dragging
is,
him.
yeah, some woman is gonna save him, some woman gonna come and pick him up. He already got a place to stay, blah blah blah. Even if that didn't happen, he's still gonna be homeless. He's still gonna be a bum. He's not gonna change his ways. He's not a bum because women are gonna save him. He's a bum that women save.
I like that one, Niche. That was a bar right there. That was a
Because
bar.
at the end of the day, a woman picking him up is not teaching him anything. He's basically going to just live off of her. And
He
then when he can't live off of her no more, he gonna end up being
to the
homeless
next
yet
one.
again, or go to the next person,
That's a
or
fact. He
try
might have
to.
rabies. He might try to be spread rabies. Who knows? Well, if he got, y'all gotta check him out. He might have rabies. You know what I'm saying? That's me though.
I believe that just by looking at him. But I seen a video.
Hey, Fana.
I seen a video earlier of a woman. Was a police video, like the police body cam videos they released. Long story short, the woman was talking to the police because her boyfriend was getting arrested for sexual battery. And she was saying, look, she was like, hey, I know y'all doing y'all job, but this just sucks because he's a black man who just got out of prison just trying to live his life. And I thought it was interesting her putting the emphasis on him being a black man and, you know, her ignoring what the charges were. The police was like, wait, did you hear what he's being charged with? And she said she doesn't care. She was focused on the fact that he's a black man who's just out here trying to make it, and like he's a victim. And I think that in general, a lot of men placate to that. So again, like this burden being on women, or us not understanding that women are being manipulated, and it's a collective manipulation, is aggravating. She didn't think about that like that day. She didn't even think about it just because it's her boyfriend. She's been indoctrinated with that thought probably since before she was born. And a lot of women are. A lot of women are.
Yo, bro.
Hold up. Go ahead, Mike.
Currently homeless, looking for a woman to spoil me. Where do men get their audacity from? As simple as this. It's cause they just know woman is gonna fall for it, because they selling you a dream, of what they could potentially be. Y'all just gonna fall for it every time, right? So it is out of a manipulation,
What do you mean
Um,
sell a dream? What do you
the
mean to
secret
sell a
is out.
dream?
It is out of manipulation. But nothing is gonna
No, cause
change,
you. What you mean sell a dream? What do you mean by that?
because you see this man on the screen. You don't look at, how do I say this? You don't look at how he is now. Like, you see he's homeless. He's outside of, it looks like Target. I don't know. You look at what he could possibly be. Once you get him right,
So
whatever the
women,
case
do
may
you
be.
think that women should be hypergamous and date men that make a certain amount of money?
No, well, y'all don't want that life
No, I'm
because
asking you a question, yes or no. Do you
Hey,
think that women
Mike.
should date for money so we don't quote unquote fall for it?
I feel like as a man, I'm gonna say no.
There you
Because
go.
me personally, I wouldn't want that. But there's some men out there who don't mind tricking. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'll be
Um,
talking about. You can't win and you can't lose. It's either you fall when you date the bum,
Didn't I say that multiple
you
times? It's
date
a
the
lose-lose
bum,
situation.
you fall for it. But also too, don't date for money because now you a gold digger.
I mean, what can
I
I
mean,
say,
apparently, what
man?
they been saying, women don't date for money. They've been saying that all day. Women don't date for money. I don't know what they be crying about.
Hey, maybe I better start doing it then.
So if you see a man with a woman, that nigga gotta be a bum, according to what they saying.
But y'all don't look for men though. That's the thing. Y'all don't approach men. So either way, it is gonna be a lose lose because y'all don't approach men. you know. Unless, as on the screen, they need you, right? Or they feel like you feel like you need,
Because I heard
they
this is
need you.
second time, Mike. This is second time somebody said this, that women don't approach men, men approach women. So why are men being influenced by women if they're approaching them? If they're the ones making a choice, if women ain't gonna approach men at all, and men are seeing women and they approach the women that they're interested in, why are men risking their life and everything else to impress women?
What do you mean? Like men that it's cause I feel like that's a slippery slope. Cause like I could approach you for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what you're asking. But
But if the man is doing the approaching, because he's like obviously the one doing the picking, because if women want to approach men that they want, then they have to wait on the men that will approach them and then decide from there.
exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
okay,
But y'all not
cool.
patient and y'all choose, and
Hold
because y'all not
on.
patient, y'all choose
Wait,
the wrong person.
hold on, because you're going in a different direction purposely. You're avoiding my point. Because if men are doing the approaching, then it wouldn't be this narrative that men risk going to jail to get money because that's what women like. It wouldn't be that. Women will only have to choose from the men that approach them. So if all the men that approach them are scholars, then that's what the women would pick. If all the men who approach her is a nerd, a bookworm, that's what it would be. So why are men lying and saying that women are the reason that men are criminals or men are rappers or whatever the case may be? Why are men saying that?
Because y'all don't understand that the man that has those things, right, that you said, he could be a scholar or whatever the case may be. He has options because he's high value and you don't, if that makes sense. Like, I know it sounds messed up, right? But he basically sees you as you are replaceable. So either way, there are men that will go that length, just for.
That doesn't answer her question.
I know, but I was gonna get there. But there are men that are gonna go that distance, like she said, like go to. There's men that actually do that. You know what I'm saying? Go to jail, just so they can have some little female they talking to, whatever the case may be.
Do you remember her question?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she said wait. Nah, she might have to repeat that. I'm not gonna lie.
Can you repeat your question? Because I'm pretty sure he forgot.
I kind of got the gist of it, but
He he understood what I was saying. He done talked himself into a tizzy. Not my problem. The reason why he avoided the what I answering my question is because men be lying. It can't be both of them. It can't be that men are so high value and they are the creme de la creme and they are the ones who approach the women when women are scared to approach men. That's why they end up picking wrong, because they're being approached by whatever approaches them. And also be that women are the reason that men take penitentiary chances. Women are the reason that men would prefer to drop out and go work on the oil rig instead of going to college and getting their
exactly,
a
because
medical
they know
degree.
they
It
got
can't be
options.
them.
They know they got options either way. There's always gonna be someone out there who would take you in if that's what you like to do. But I guess y'all just got to be more strict. Um, for y'all, acceptance of y'all life.
Women want a broke man, but they also want the rich man, but they also want a high value man, but women don't
Like
know how
y'all
to
gotta
pick. Right? But
compensate.
they also want to be with the bad guy, but they like y'all. That's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas just be lying. I agree. They just be lying and making up anything. It depends on where the conversation going.
And also, too, it depends on their tax bracket, too. If they over there, if they over there making $25,000 to $30,000 a year, they gonna be like, well, why can't you just ride or die for a nigga? If they
Yeah,
making
that's what
like
that's
between
what I was about to
50,
say. Why
50
not
and 60,
compensate?
hold on, wait a minute. If they making between 50 to 60 to 70, they gonna be like, well, you need to stay away from these men. You like, it depends. A man's gonna sit up here and curtail his talking point to the amount of
Wrong.
money he has in his pocket. If he's a bum ass nigga, he gonna get up here
Wrong.
and
It don't
advocate for the
matter.
bum.
It doesn't
If
matter if
he's
he's
a
Hold on,
broke or
Mike.
medium
Hold
rich.
on,
wage
Mike.
nigga, he gonna advocate for the mediocre nigga.
Well, that is true. But I was gonna say
Hold
is
on, hold on, hold
I'm
up,
gonna
hold
the
up.
last thing I'm gonna
Go
say.
ahead, Divinely. Hold up, Mike.
Oh,
Hold up, Mike. Go ahead, Divinely.
I had to ask you this question, and you kind of like skated from it. But they asked you, should we date for money? And you said no, but, we are trying to, date and love for love. And we're picking these men not because of their financial situations, right? We're picking them for love, right? So why are these women going through the bullshit that they're going through? Okay, why can't a man, help himself? How come he
right.
can't get it out the mud by himself? Why do the women have to get it out the mud by themselves? Why do we have to work so hard and then take care of you guys when you can do it yourself? I think this is the whole point of the panel, that it's all being put on the woman to lift y'all up, to inspire you, to motivate you, and you guys don't have the soul. Y'all don't have the perseverance or the will to do it yourself. So I want you to answer that question. Why shouldn't we date for money?
Why
Y'all,
shouldn't
y'all,
you?
y'all are coming to us. Y'all are looking for a come up, right? Y'all want us to uplift you,
That's an
support
easy
you,
answer.
get you to where you want to go. How come we can't do the same?
That's an easy answer. I could tell you this. This person on the screen, you brought him in. He started making money. Are you gonna look at him the same?
Yes,
Or are
I'm
you
going to look at him the same. If he's
that's a
helping to
lie.
build
That's
us
a lie.
up together, if we're in this together, right?
You're not gonna
I'm
want him no
helping and
more.
supporting him.
And I could
We
tell
are
you
in this
why.
together.
Because once he gets the money, he's not gonna be the person you envisioned once he got that money. So you're gonna not want him no more. That's the easy answer to that.
That's
Now,
a
should you date for money?
No, y'all put no
That's why
Mike,
you
no
shouldn't.
Mike, no. Y'all
No,
put
no, no, no,
wait,
no,
hold
no,
on,
no.
hold on,
I want to return him.
hold on 1 second. Stop with the bullshit. But I do think that although he lying and when I'm not gonna say he lying. They with the bullshit by talking out both sides of their mouth on purpose. Like they want us to like he is a bum and he wants us to believe that men with money are going to mistreat us too and they're gonna change or whatever he's trying to conjure up or whatever. This nigga is doing voodoo on us and we got to be aware. We got to pay attention and focus.
Drika.
But it's the truth. But this what but I do want to say because somebody in the comments said something too. Because somebody in the comments grabbed Mike's cock and was tugging on it when Mike was talking because he's agreeing with Mike and he's talking to Mike like he's a bro, saying that yeah, these women just act off their emotions. They're gonna go with whatever they feel. Blah 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 blah. I think that we need to believe these men. Like even Mike, we need to believe him. We need to believe
I'm trying to
that
help you.
yeah, we gonna take heed to it, brother. Thank you. We need to believe them. These men get up here and they tell us both sides of the bullshit and they letting us know what the manipulation is. And instead of us trying to reason with them, instead of us trying to find humanity in them that they do not have, we need to take notes and notice that men sit in the barbershop and not only do they objectify and think about ways to abuse and harm us and sexualize us, they're laughing at us for picking them. They are in there. Imagine them being in there doing all kind of freaky shit because they freak the fuck out with each other, and they're getting off on the fact that we're so stupid that we think that they fuck with us, and we choose them, and we fell for the like whatever it is that they be doing. Because a lot of them, I would say that they do some nice stuff, but a lot of them don't even all they know to do is to get a box of chocolate and a fucking rose. But they're laughing at us. They think that we're stupid. They think that we're emotional, and they think that they would know better than us. Like they would never have a man could never play with them. They just fucking lead them niggas. And we stupid because we fall for their bullshit. So we just need to take heed of that.
Well, I don't think that, but
I agree, Drico. They playing games. That's why I'm like, no, fuck that, all that good man shit. Stop picking these niggas, period.